Hello all students, welcome to April session JEE Main test paper discussion. As you know, from the couple of years we are doing this paper analysis, live paper analysis, whatever the questions we have collected from different students, memory based different sources, we are trying to put the solutions before students so that the students will be finding it easier to understand how the paper was given, and the upcoming shift paper students also will be getting some overall idea how to prepare, how to take the last minute steps, right? So in the questions we are presenting, one thing you please remember, they may not be the exact questions or what will be there, what was coming in the JEE Main exam. Little difference might be there in the lines, in the language, in the data, or even in the options also. So please keep this in mind. Just we are giving the presentation of the solution so that you will understand, the students will understand, whoever are in the remote areas and different places, how to approach the question first, then how to crack the question, break it into conversion into solution, and then reaching to the final answer, right? So after this live session, we will also be uploading the official NTA test papers, whatever are there from the official test paper. That means original questions, whatever the original questions we have in NTA JEE Main exam, all the critical questions, all the very difficult, most important questions we will be picking up shift wise and session wise also, and will be giving you a beautiful explanation by many of our very senior faculties, along with the shortcuts or the strategies, tricks to be followed in maths, so that whatever the very lengthy calculations are there, how to make them simplified, at least in some of the questions. Assume among the 25 questions of maths, if the strategy is working at least for 4 or 5 questions also, that will be helping you a lot and lot, because saving 15-20 minutes is not a joke in JEE Main exam, right? So stay tuned to this Resonance e-learning channel. Please subscribe also, and to the Resonance colleges. So we will be bringing you to the all the important information in the upcoming sessions, upcoming days, right? And we also have taken one very important step in designing BITSAT comprehensive program. BITSAT comprehensive program, where exclusively we have recorded lectures of English proficiency and logical reasoning and made it into one bucket program. So those students who are all targeting for BITSAT exam, remember this one and understand it also. The 25% of questions coming from logical reasoning and English proficiency are made ready-made available for you at a very nominal price, right? 2499 for this session, right? So coming back to our JEE Main preparation, so whatever the April shift papers are there, to overall you can understand that they are little more comfortable in comparison to the January shift papers. Maybe this is what up to the extent we got the feedback from the students or different faculties, right? So January shift papers were little of moderate or even more than moderate in many of the shifts, but April shift paper till now what we have got is at moderate and below moderate also, right? So April 2nd over, April 4th over, April 5th over. Now today we are on the 4th day of JEE Main session 2, that is April session morning shift paper. That means already 6 papers are completed. Now this is the 7th shift, and with this number I want to remind you again, every session JEE is conducting, JEE Main is conducted in 5 to 6 days. Let us assume 5 days only. 5 days into 2 shifts. So 10 shifts will be there for each session. Like that, 10 into 2. 20 shifts are there per year. So 20 shifts means 20 into 75 questions. That is 1500 questions. 1500 questions question bank is coming is being made by NTA every year. So just assume if we are focusing for 4 to 5 years, even from 2021 to 2026 also if you take, or 22 to 26 you take, whatever these 5 years papers are there, if we are practicing, 4 years is nothing but 10,000 questions. 5 years is 12,500, like 11,500. So in this manner, just understand, large quantity of questions are available just with the PYQs itself, and we are experiencing, we are observing every session, every shift, repeated pattern of questions coming. And maybe this all discussion, the student who are in 12th standard giving the exams, you may not find it that much exciting, because you have listened to it multiple times, but I do not know how much you have implemented all these instructions. But this is a very important information for the students who want to scale up their score, right, from 60, 70, 80 marks to 140, 150 marks, which is what the actual safe side marks to say, right. So this at least for the JEE main part, and JEE advanced preparation, strategy, discussion, that is all different thing. But ultimately, good students whoever are there, they have to focus for JEE advanced exam, and JEE main is something like a extra seat like us, like to be on the safer side, you should reserve your seat in JEE main exam, but you should target for JEE advanced exam. To that level of preparation, training will be given in resonance junior colleges, resonance institutions in Hyderabad, right. So coming back to this paper difficulty level, so today's paper, 6th April morning shift paper is same like previous shift papers, that is all April shift papers. Majority of the students are saying that it is a moderate, but when the real questions are discussed with you by the expert faculty, you will be understanding any questions, any challenges are there, or all questions are easy, or in what way the questions are designed, etc. But to these many shifts we have seen very closer, we are working very closer and having almost 20 years of experience, like almost nearing to the 2 decades of experience. I can very confidently say majority of the questions are in a repeated pattern. Maybe the data will be changed, the lines of the question will be changed, but the main motto of the question will be same only. So understand this key point. No need to run for here and there without having any clarity. There are different locations or different zones within each subject that you should stick on to them, that that zone perfection should be made, and then you should come to the next level. You should come to the next level. Understanding? Na? Suppose if you come to chemistry only. So within chemistry, whatever the 3 parts are there, physical, organic and inorganic. Suppose let us assume organic chemistry only. Within this organic chemistry, 40% is of fundamentals of organic chemistry, where IUPAC nomenclature, structural isomerism, stereoisomerism, general organic chemistry, then quantitative analysis, then purification methods, all these concepts will be coming, right. A functional group analysis, all these will be coming. So there you will be straight away getting 3 to 4 questions. And coming to remaining 60%, that is organic reaction related questions. So that is starting from hydrocarbons up to biomolecules. So starting from hydrocarbons to haloalkane, halorine, then alcohol, phenol ether, then aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acid and derivatives, and nitrogen containing compounds. From here to the last chapter, it is all the interlinking of the questions. You cannot selectively only prepare hydrocarbons, or whatever the question comes from a hydrocarbon, I am very perfect, I can do it. No, that may not be possible. That logic may fail in the examination, because the moment the question is given from hydrocarbons, majority of the times it will not end in hydrocarbons. It will be continued to the next topics also, like aldehydes, ketones or alcohols or haloalkanes, etc. So therefore, this interlinking will be there. One very small shortcut or hint I will give you for the students who are giving the upcoming exams, right? So you take the NCERT textbook and take the hydrocarbons, let us assume. Within this hydrocarbons NCERT textbook, what all the reagents are there, first list down. What all the reagents are there, first list down. Right. So within these reagents, you will be understanding which reagent is converting which compound to which compound. Like alkane to alcohol, or alkane to carboxylic acid, or alkane to haloalkane, etc. Right. So based on this interconversion, you will be by hearting all these reagents, keeping them in your mind, all these reagents, and going to the next chapter, list of reagents, then to the list of reagents. In this manner, you should make a chapter wise list of reagents. Then second thing is all the mechanisms which are there at least only in the only in the NCERT, that you note it and try to practice the mechanisms of all these reactions. Then named reactions, whatever the named reactions are there, make a list of all these named reactions and prepare repeatedly all these named reactions, because these many shifts are over. Only in April session we have seen multiple number of questions with names of the reaction. Suppose if somebody has given the reaction as a Sandmeyer reaction or a Finkelstein reaction, first of all, to solve this question, I should know what is Finkelstein reaction or Schwarz reaction or aldol condensation or Cannizzaro reaction, right? So then only I can enter into the question, do something, solve it, and then reach the answer. So familiarity of your concepts is very compulsory, mandatory actually it is, right? So these are organic part. Coming to physical chemistry part, in 11th standard, majority of the physical chemistry chapters are there, starting from mole concept, mandatory, redox reactions, mandatory, and atomic structure also, I advise you to do it. So that in atomic structure, majorly they are giving the question from Bohr's model and spectra, and one time question came in quantum numbers, right? And Heisenberg uncertainty can be possible, or like that, right? So not very higher level, but still, or properties of subatomic particles, electron, proton, neutron, etc. And coming to thermodynamics, is one advantage is there. If you are preparing, then parallelly you will be preparing in physics also, right? So that will save your time. Only sign conversion difference is there, otherwise majority of the concept is same. Yes, this thermochemistry is one part which you need to prepare extra. So that is from this one. Remaining chapters, chemical equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, that is all your choice, whether how you are comfortable, what is the extent of preparation you are having, right? So coming to 12th standard, colligative properties is a mandatory, very easy chapter. So must and should, you should complete it. Then electrochemistry, chemical kinetics. So if redox reactions you are preparing, then it's extension only electrochemistry, that is also comfortably can be done, right? So that's from physical chemistry. Coming to inorganic chemistry, because of in the recent years the syllabus was decreased a lot in inorganic chemistry, that it became very small now, and being very small in syllabus but still getting considerable number of questions is an advantage you should see it at, right? So there is a 4 chapters group which every student must and should prepare, so that 4 to 5 questions guaranteely you will be doing it. One is a periodic table, which is coming from 7th 8th class onwards. Then is the chemical bonding, right? Easier concept only, chapter is bigger but it is comfortable only to prepare. Then D and F block, coordination compound, these two together is one set, right? Minimum to minimum 3 to 4 questions from D and F plus coordination itself. Chemical bonding 1-2 questions guarantee, and periodic table 1 question. Within periodic table, periodic properties will be asked, like ionization energy, size, electronegativity, electron affinity, nature of oxides, etc. Right now, so and VBT to be focused, hybridization to be focused, MOT also in chemical bonding. And one time question was asked on Lewis dot structures. So this also you have to keep in mind. All these are the type of questions which came in the April session, right? Coming to today's, right now whatever the present paper is there, right? So majority of the information I am giving of the previous sessions, because you will get some idea if any student have not seen the previous live sessions videos. But coming to today morning, 6th April morning session paper na, So paper was moderate only, and coming to maths, it is not even moderate they are saying. It is less than moderate they are saying. The students are saying, and other faculties are also commenting on. But still, the moment question come, you understand, you listen to the questions, and the teachers are explaining, and then we will take the feedback from the teachers also. Then we will understand whether it is actually easy or not. But one thing I can guaranteely say, maths will be lengthier only. So definitely maths paper will be lengthy. So accordingly, you have to develop the strategies, the fastness in preparation, calculations, etc. And on the fingertips, all the formula chapter important points should be there, so that you can minimize the time. Because remember one thing, if somebody else is scoring 300 out of 300, definitely it is possible for everyone. But only thing is that the strategies, the extent of preparation needed to be taken care, to be kept in mind, right now. So maths will be lengthy only. If it is less lengthier, so then we will be very happy with that one. But again, the same thing, maths is such type of subject where majority of the filtration will be done, because majority of the students will take a lot of time. They cannot do it in a given time period. So that is where you have to encash the marks, right? And in general, it is that if any student is doing 13 to 14 questions in maths paper, he will be definitely at 99 percentile, more than 99 percentile, right now. So keep this in mind, how to score this 13 to 14 questions, so that you will be above the 99 percentile. Then second point is coming to physics and chemistry. In physics and chemistry, paper is said to be at easier side only, but I am not guarantee in physics, because some students were saying that paper is not easy, paper is above moderate. For some students they felt, because they were some of our very good students were there, that they were saying very deep in-depth calculations are there for a few of the questions in today's shift. So you can understand, if any such type of questions you come across, then they will drag your confidence a lot, right? Because they take 7-8 minutes, more than 10 minutes, which will be cost of 4 to 5 questions, right now. So your confidence level all of a sudden will be dropping down. So that is a one point you have to understand here. What type of questions to be solved, what type of questions to be taken first, and then to be kept for later on. One simple point I will tell you, see, when you are starting the exam, first of all, you should go through all the questions, right? So there will be definitely 40% of the questions will be there in any shift, irrespective of the difficulty level. I can short I can say, because of the 2 decades of confidence, I can say here that if you are checking all the 75 questions, definitely 35 to 40% of questions will be there, which will be easier, which can be done. So first target such questions. Generally, to say, like out of 75, 25 questions very comfortably, 7 to 8, 4 5 questions, or 6 7 questions, at least to whatever you feel like. In maths, there will be some easier questions, like in physics also there will be questions to around 7-8 questions. In chemistry, around 10 questions can be possible. Altogether 25 questions should be your first target. Why I am saying this, 1/3 or 25 questions to be taken care of, to be kept as a target, is because this 25 questions into 4 marks, 100 marks is the first cutoff. It is the first milestone for any student for preparation, right? So if any student is, you know it, right, a cutoff is at 95 to 105, 110, like that. If the paper is easier, the cutoff will go much higher, and if paper is moderate or difficult, cutoff will be controlled at 100, nearer to 100, 104, 103, 105, etc. Right? So actually, for the good students, paper should be little difficult only, to the little moderate side only, we should say. It should not be easier. So understand this point. If we are able to select these 25 questions first right, your first milestone will be crossed. The moment you have done the entire all the easier level of questions in the first round, then whatever the remaining questions are there, according to your labeling of that questions, you can go for the second round or third round. But don't keep in the mind always that I should complete entire physics first and then entire chemistry first and then entire maths, like that, because we do not know where which questions are kept. Easy questions may be at the end, difficult questions are at the first. There you will be losing your confidence, your focus, etc. Right now, very precious time also will be lost, that you will be feeling difficult in solving. Even the easier questions also you feel more stressful later on. So that is why selection of questions in the initial time period is very difficult. Very important that you need to must and should you should do it. Must and should you should do it, right? So in this manner, if you make the strategy in solving the questions in the first round, then you will be feeling very comfortable. Your mental peace will be more, that you can focus more easily, you can approach, or even you can crack even such type of questions which you felt earlier that you cannot break them or you cannot solve them, but you will be able to solve it. So always maintaining your emotions, right, your peaceful atmosphere, right. The stress should be controlled in the examination hall. That is very important. That is why we very seriously advise the student should do in the first round all the easier questions in all the 3 subjects together. Later on only you have to go to the next level questions, right. So in this manner preparation should be there. So let us hope the test paper to be at a moderate level only. Physics is something my doubt for today's paper, but once we will discuss the physics paper, physics questions, we will be understanding, we will be taking the feedback, and I will come back again and will explain you how the overall paper is. And at the end of the test paper discussion, live paper discussion, there will be analysis also, which will be a very important part for the every student. Just 5 minutes like analysis will be there for each subject. Based on this analysis, student can understand how many questions came from 11th standard, then 12th standard, what is the level with respect to the student's perspective, and then what type of which concept questions were asked and which were the repeated questions. Generally the faculty will be advising you, will be giving you that information, that which concept questions are very regularly getting repeated, right. So along with me today is having one of our very senior faculty from maths department, Vivek sir. Sir, please come sir. And in today's paper he will today's paper, how you felt to the, maybe you got the limited number of questions now. So but still for the students advantage, just brief that whatever you felt with the questions you have seen till now.
What I am observing here, always progression always coming to question.
Okay.
If the matrix and determinant, especially in the matrix properties like adjoint and inverse properties, from there also continuously we are getting 1 to 2 questions.
Okay.
Another one we are seeing the 3D from the point to line distance, along the distance, mirror image, foot of perpendicular point. From there also we are observing always in every paper it is coming 1 to 2 questions.
Oh.
So if you are going to be see the 3-4 chapter only, so easily you are able to be solve 7 to 8 questions. And nowadays, in the mathematics especially, once you can cross the 10 plus question, that is also the good score only.
Okay. And I heard that if any student is able to do 12 to 13 questions in maths, he will be guaranteedly in above 99%.
Yes, sir. If they will do the 12 to 13 question, easily they can get the 99%. Correct.
Achha. And any suggestion, sir? Because in maths generally the paper will be lengthier. Correct. Questions will be lengthier.
Correct.
Are there any such type of chapters where the students can prepare selectively and escape this challenge of lengthy, that means time consumption?
Just like a progression they can take, sir.
Okay.
Because a single topic, 2 questions are coming. Same time circle also we can observe in the single topic there are the two questions are there. Matrix and determinant also, as I told, the one question will come from the property side, so another question will come from the linear and homogeneous type of question. So this question we are feeling this is a fixed question, each and every paper they are going to be repeat. Only the model sum they are going to be changed, sir.
Okay.
Only the number are going to be changed, that one, but the concept are same as it is. The question is coming as in the P by Q.
Okay, sir. You please continue with the maths paper.
Correct,
We will come back with the analysis later on.
Sure. Okay, thank you, Vamsi sir. See, as now only discussed with you progression. First question is from the progression only, and the easy sum only, this one. And the easy sum of the progression only, this one. So what we can do from this sum, 1q plus 2q plus 3q up to 15q minus 2, we can take 2q plus 4q plus up to 14q. Now we know the cubic, this one is equal to, we can write n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. So by the way, n is equal to 15 is there. So we can write this calculation 15 into 16 by 2 whole square. Here you do one thing, take the 8 common, means 2 to the power q, so 8, this one will come 1q, this one will come 1q, 2q up to 7q we can get. So 15 into 16 by 2 whole square minus 16, 7 into 8 by 2 whole square. Now we can easily calculate. So this question are there, less calculation also, and we can get our answer 1856, means the option number 1 is true. Now we can see the next sum. Next sum belongs to different integration minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. So do one thing, wherever the theta, you can take the minus theta. So minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, this is equal to, if you can take the I. So 32 cos to the power 4 theta 1 plus e minus sin theta d theta. Sorry. So this is equal to minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, 32 cos 4 theta into e sin theta divided by 1 plus e sin theta. Now both we are going to be add here. If you can add this one and this one, so 2i is equal to minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Now you can see this part is going to be cancelled, so we can get here 32 cos 4 theta. From this one, this become the 16, and cos to the power 4 theta become the even function. So this we can write I is equal to 2 0 to pi by 4 cos to the power 4 theta d theta. Now easily we can solve this one. Either you know the reduction formula, then you can use the directly reduction formula. Otherwise 2 0 to pi by 4 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2 whole square you can write, because as we know 2 cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta. Now this also we can break. So 2 0 to pi by 4 1 by 4 1 plus cos square 2 theta plus 2 cos 2 theta. This will come 1 by 2 0 to pi by 4 remove the root square here, so this also we can write 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2 plus 2 cos 2 theta d theta. Easily up now you can do the calculation of this part. Integration is the easy. So this one we can get, answer is the finally we can get 3 pi plus 8 is our the final answer of this one. Now we can come to the next sum. Yeah, next sum belongs to the limit. This limit, by the way, 0 by 0 form are there, but once you can go through the L'Hospital rule, it will take more time. So why not you can take the expansion of the sin square x, it become easy for you. So x square x minus x cube by 3 factorial plus whole square. From here x square minus x cube by 3 factorial whole square. From here x you can take the common, so x to the power 4 1 minus x cube by 3 factorial plus whole square. Here once you can see x cube, x is then x we can take the common from here, and this is the x square. So overall the x square we are taking the common 1 minus x square by 3 factorial, x square by 3 factorial plus whole square. This and this become the x square, limit x tends to be 0, limit x tends to be 0 here. Now this 1 and this is 1 is going to be cancelled. So what the first thing we can get here, numerator as it is, but the denominator, the first term we can get here 2x square by 3 factorial, x square by 3 factorial. So this is the x square is there, so this x square is going to be cancelled. Now we can put the limit value x equal to be 0, so this value, entire value equal to 1 will come, and here 3 factorial by 2, so this is 6 by 2 is equal to 3. So we can get here the answer is equal to be 3. So this answer is equal to be 3. Now we can come to the next sum. Next sum is there. We have to be find the mean and standard deviation of this observation. Yeah, this question we can say a little bit calculative question is there, but not much calculative. It will take the 2 to 3 minute time to solve this sum during the examination. You can see here, this is equal to, we can write summation of xi whole square 1 to 25 plus 10 summation of xi plus 25 is equal to 2500. We can write this one. Obviously here the summation it will come, summation of xi whole square plus 25 number of times, so 25 into 25 is equal to 250. Now from another one we can see here, so another one we can get here, summation of I1 to 25 xi whole square minus 10 summation of xi plus 25 into 25 is equal to 1000. Now you can subtract the both. If you can subtract the both, so you can get the 20 summation of xi, 20 summation of xi is equal to 1500. You can get here. By the way, this you can divide it by the 25 here. Here also divided by the 25 here. This one and this one going to be cancelled. From here 75, so summation of xi by 25 is equal to 3. So we can get the mean value here. Once you can get the mean value here, then what you have to do, We have subtract before that. Now you can add. Now if we can add, so this thing is going to be cancelled to summation of I1 to 25 xi whole square plus 2 into 25 into 25 is equal to this, you can add 3500. So from here you can get this value. Once you can get from here this value, then finding the variance are the very easy. So variance they are asking, no, a standard deviation they are asking. If they are asking the standard deviation, then we can write the value here 1 by 25 summation of xi whole square minus mean whole square we can get here. So this value, then we can find the easily a standard deviation, not a variance, है ना? Under root of the variance is equal to a standard deviation. So we can find here the standard deviation. Once you can find the standard deviation, then ratio of the mean and the standard deviation is equal to, we can get the 1 by 2 here. So our the second option is a correct option. Yeah. Expansion of this one and this one, middle term is the same only. Then we have to find the value of the alpha. Here you can see total number of term is equal to 26, then become the 27. If the 27 it will come, the middle term is equal to, it will come the 14 only. Means from here T14 is equal to, from here you can see this, the terms are the 29. So that means the T15. So T14 we can write here, means 26 C13 alpha x whole to the power 13 is equal to 28 C13, 28 C13, 13 not 15 na. So this is, we can write the 14 only, minus alpha x whole to the power 14. Now you can find the value from here. By the way, coefficient they are asking, so no need to be write the x term. So 26 C13 alpha 13 is equal to 28 C14, 28 C14 alpha to the power 14. So this and this cancel, become the alpha. So alpha is equal to 26 C13 by 26 C14. So easily we can find the value from here by the calculating. Our the second option is correct. So this option number 2 means the 7 by 27 we can get. Yeah. Now chemistry sir is going to come and he will discuss with you.
Yeah, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon everyone. Now see the question. This is from chemical kinetics. Sucrose hydrolyzes in acidic medium to form glucose and fructose, which follows the first order kinetics. So what is sucrose? C12H22O11 on hydrolysis in acidic medium. Okay, so what is formed as a result of that? Glucose C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. Glucose and fructose will be formed, and clearly it is acidic medium, and clearly they mentioned that it is following first order kinetics. So the rate of the reaction is directly proportional to concentration of only fructose. It does not depend upon the concentration of water. Then they also gave you one clue to us that if the half-life of the sucrose is 3 hours, okay, by using this we can find the K value. K is equal to 0.693 by 3. Now, the percentage of sucrose left after 6 hours is, okay. So, for the first order reaction, for 1 to half, this is T half, they gave you it is 3 hours. Again, to become half, it will be second T half. So, it is 3 hours again. That is, this value we know this T half. They are mentioning that after 6 hours, how much amount will be remaining? It is 1/4 of the original value. 1/4 of the original value is how much? It is 25%. This is only 25% is remaining after 6 hours. So how many T halves? 2 T halves. Let's move on to the next question. This from phenol. See the question once. Okay, this is a combination question. Actually, this from the, even though it is from organic chemistry reaction, that is alcohols, phenols with a phenol reaction. Along with that, here mole concept is involved. They are asking that number of moles of benzene formed. They are asking us to find. Okay, how to do this? See here. Benzene, for example, we are taking a phenol is undergoing reduction to form benzene from the balanced equation. Here, what is the molecular mass of phenol? It is around 94 grams, and benzene we will get 78. Given data, if you are taking, it is 4.7 grams, it is X. Now, what is the value of X if we are going to get after solving? It is around 3.9 grams. But the question didn't complete it. They are asking moles and also percentage efficiency is only 60%. Now what? 3 grams is formed if the efficiency of the reaction is 100%, but clearly they mentioned that the reaction is only 60% efficient. Then what will happen? X is equal to 60 into 3.9 divided by 100. Okay, then whatever value we are going to get, or else directly we can find moles here. Okay, if you solve this, we will get a mass. Whatever mass we are going to get divided by molecular mass of benzene we are going to take, we are going to get 0.03 moles is the answer. 0.0. So here, this question is a combination of two topics. One is from alcohols, phenols, ethers. It is a reduction of phenol into benzene, and second part is from the mole concept we can take. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. See this. Every session, every shift they are asking 1 or 2 questions from the biomolecules. See here. This is from biomolecules, amino acids. Glutamine, what glutamine contains? It contains amide linkage. Lysine, it contains primary amine. Tyrosine, it contains phenolic group. Serine contains alcohol. And this column 2 contains the corresponding tests which are used for identification of these groups. We know that amides can give Hoffman bromide degradation reaction, where the amides are converted to amines. Okay, so one will be D. One will be D. We are having 2 options like that. Lysine, it contains amine functional group, primary amine functional group. Who will give this? It will give Hinsberg reagent test. What is Hinsberg reagent? Benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride. It will give this test. So, lysine contains phenolic group, neutral ferric chloride test it can give, and finally we are having serine, it is having alcoholic group, it will give ceric ammonium nitrate test. So, what is the answer? 1 D, 2 is A, 3 is B. So, option 1 is the answer. So, again, like usual in these sessions, They're asking questions from the biomolecules. These are all memory based questions. We should have good idea on the whatever structures they mentioned in the NCERT. Let's move on to the next question. See this question. What they ask here in this question. It is based on the isomerism. What they mentioned here, they gave you two compounds. They're asking whether these two compounds are metamers or not. So, what is the condition for a metamers? First of all, a compound to be an isomer, it should have same molecular formula. Now say this, it is having same molecular formula or not? How many carbons are there in this case? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all over. Means these two are not metamers of each other. First statement 1 is wrong. For two compounds to be isomers, first of all, they should have same molecular formula, same number of carbons, same number of hydrogens, or any other element if it is present in the molecule, they should have same number. It is not having that, so they are not metamers. Now, see the second statement, very important, tautomerism. Now, for a molecule to show tautomerism, what is the necessary and sufficient condition? Alpha hydrogen. They should be having alpha hydrogen. Now, if you see here, these alpha positions are occupied by methyl groups. There are no alpha hydrogens here. So, unanimously we can say that statement 1 and statement 2 both are false. Both are false statements. Both are false. So, what is the answer? Are correct. Both statement 1, statement 2 are incorrect. Okay. So, this is from the isomerism concept. Okay. Structural isomerism. Let's move on to the next question. See this. Again, they are asking one more question from the biomolecules, vitamins. So, in this shift, we are having two questions from the biomolecules. Now, see this. Again, it is a memory based question. Vitamin, what is easy among the following? Vitamin B12, pernicious anemia. Vitamin C, scurvy. And vitamin A, xerothermia. And vitamin B6, convergence. So, if you match them, what will we get? P will be 4. P is 4. Here we are having two options. What about Q? Q is scurvy. So, here both common. Vitamin B6. What will we get? Conversions. So, option 2 is the answer. A should be 3. So, again this is a memory based question. In this shift itself, we got two memory based questions from the same chapter, biomolecules. Let's move on to the next question. See this. What will be the empirical formula of the compound if compound has 69.9% of iron and rest will be oxygen? So, elements. What are the elements present in the compound? Elements are iron and oxygen. Now, mass. If it is 69.9, the remaining will be 100 minus 69.9, it will be 31.1%. Then what about the mole? Mole is equal to 69.9 divided by 56. And what about the other one? 31.1 by 16. It will be around 1.2, it will be around 1.8. Now, what I have to do? Dividing with the smallest number among the following. What is the smallest number here? 1.2 by 1.2, it is equal to 1. 1.8 divided by 1.2 is equal to 3 by 2. So, what is empirical formula? Fe1 3 by 2. So, it is Fe2O3. Fe2O3 is the answer. So, unanimously, option 4 is the answer. There is no much ambiguity here. This is from first chapter, mole concept. Let's move on to the next question. 3-phenyl propyl 3-phenyl on reaction with hydrogen bromide gives what is the product obtained actually? This should be the product form, but what they mentioned here in the question, they are saying that gives primary bromide. No, it is a secondary bromide. So we can say that statement 1 is a wrong statement. It is wrong. It should be secondary bromide. Then statement 2, propane on reaction with hydrogen bromide in the peroxide, yes, peroxide, anti-Markovnikov effect. See here, propene. This is propene on reaction with hydrogen bromide in the presence of peroxide. It is Karash effect. So what will be formed? It will be forming primary alkyl halides. Primary alkyl halides will be forming. So statement 1 is incorrect, statement 2 is correct. Statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. So option 2 is the answer. This is from the alkenes. Okay, these are very, very important reactions, electrophilic addition reactions. Okay, so that's all.
Yes, thank you, sir. So, hello students, welcome to the physics discussion. So, initial feedback from the students is it is not like the second day where the question papers were a little bit tricky and all these things. So, the third day and fourth day were similar type of questions. And yeah, so and the chapters and topics were completely different compared to day 1 to 3. So here if you are seeing today's questions, we are having polarization question, angle of polarization, and vast variety of questions we have seen in today's, we will be seeing in today's discussion. So this is the first question. So this is a alternating current question where they are asking power factor question. So power factor of the circuit, yesterday also there was one similar type of question. They were asking they have given the power factor and they were asking the resistance of the circuit. So here power factor of the circuit, we know cos phi is the power factor, which is nothing but R by root over R square plus, here it is XL square. So power factor of the circuit, we can write it as the resistance is 80 ohm divided by root over 80 square plus XL is also 80. So power factor of the circuit is R by root over XL square plus R square. So this will get it as 1 by root 2. So this is a directly formula based questions given from alternating current, and cos phi, the power factor, we are getting it as 1 by root 2. So the chapter name is AC, topic is power factor. Next, coming to the next question. So this is a direct units and dimension questions. The first year students who are now newly seeing the question paper discussion also, they can also attempt this question, where directly the potential energy dimension left hand side if you are taking, it is ml square t minus 2, which must be matching with the dimensions of a by root x. Because B ka dimension, B's dimension must be the dimensions of L. So B dimension must be M0 L T0. The dimension of B we will get this, and A dimension we can calculate from this. So root x and x. So the denominator will be having x. So root x will get cancelled off. So B will be A by root x must be having the dimensions of potential energy and work done dimensions are same. So ml square t minus 2. So from this, if we solve A into B, they are asking. So from these two equations, first equation and second equation, if we are solving A and B, we will be getting the first option as the correct answer. So the chapter name is units and dimensions. Topic is dimensional analysis. Next, so this is also not a kind of out of box question or something which will shock the students. So this is a directly regular based questions which we see it in our resonance sheet or any reference material. So they will be releasing a block from height h, and the block goes in a vertical circular motion, and the topmost point they are telling that the normal reaction acting given by the track is 3 mg. So if you are drawing the free body diagram, the normal reaction is 3 mg plus extra weight of the block, total weight is equal to 4 mg. So the 4 mg must be providing the centripetal acceleration required for the object to move in a vertical circular motion. So 4 mg must be providing the centripetal force mv square by r. So v square we will get it as 4 rg. This is the first equation, and from energy conservation also, from point A to point B, we can conserve mechanical energy since this is a conservative field. So total mechanical energy at the topmost point, mechanical potential energy is mgh, which is equal to the kinetic plus potential. So mg into the height is 2r. So this ground will take it as the reference line. So if the dotted line, if you are taking as the reference line, so potential energy will be mgh, and they have clearly mentioned in the question that the object is released from rest. If the object is released from rest, the kinetic energy of the object will be 0, potential energy is mgh, and at the topmost point, potential energy is mg into 2r plus kinetic energy, we have just calculated that it is half m v square into 4 rg. So from this, if we calculate, we will get the height to be 4 r. So this chapter is from work per energy. Topic is conservation of mechanical energy, or vertical circular motion is also there. So this question also, it is something like not which will be like out of the box question, which is like which is more thinkable question. So this is a standard question which we have. This question is also there in HC Verma also. All standard materials will be having this question. Yeah. So next, let us go to the next question. So they are telling that electric field at the center of a semicircular ring. So for a semicircular ring, at the center, if you are assuming linear mass, linear charge density, let us take it as lambda. So at this center, if we are taking it as a positive charge, electric field will be downwards. So electric field will get it as lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r. We know for a semicircular ring, electric field is lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught. And they have given that the radius is 10 centimeter. So electric field is 10 volt per meter. So this is an SI unit. This is an SI unit 100. And lambda is the charge per unit length. So if we are writing this lambda as total charge divided by length, we will get it as pi r. So 2 pi square epsilon naught r square, we will get it as 100. Okay. So from this we can find out the charge, and we have to be careful that radius is given in CGS unit. So we have to convert CGS into SI unit. So 1 by 10, so 0.1 centimeter. So this will be 0.1 meters. Okay. So if we substitute here, we will get the answer charge to be 20 epsilon. So coming to the chapter of this question, chapter is electrostatics, and topic is electric field due to half ring. Okay. Next, this is a wave optics question, YDSC question. So where they are telling that when a glass slab is introduced in front of one of the hole, This is the screen, and there is a glass slab which is introduced. When a glass slab is introduced, we know that there is an optical path difference T into nu minus 1. So the central bright fringe, central maxima is shifting to the fourth minima. So where is the fourth minima? We can calculate the distance of the fourth minima. So third minima, the fringe width is lambda d by d. So this will be after the third bright fringe. The third bright fringe will be at 3 lambda d by d plus they are telling that is the fourth minima. So after third bright fringe, it will be the fourth minima, or else if we can directly know the formula also, we can apply that. So this distance is the distance at which the fourth minima will be occurring. So this is the y distance at which the fourth minima will be there, and from this we can calculate the path difference from y d by d. So y d by d is equal to the path difference, which is the optical path difference, which is occurring due to the insertion of a glass slab. We'll get it as mu t into mu minus 1. So we can substitute the y value from this y4 here. So we'll get mu value to be nearly 1.22. Okay. So this is also not a this is a standard question, something new question, kind of question. It is not there. So the chapter name is Wave Optics. Topic: insertion of slab in YDSC. So this is also a directly formula based question. Next, so in this question they have given the electric field and they are asking the work done by the electric field when the charge is moved from point A to point B. So work done by electric field, work done is nothing but FDR. So work done is nothing but the dot product of F and dr bar. So what are the initial coordinates? 0, minus 2, minus 5, and the final coordinate, the particle is going to 2, 1, 3. So they have not given the force in the question, they have mentioned the electric field acting on the particle. We know force is equal to charge times electric field. So if we substitute electric field over here, so we'll get work done by this electric field is nothing but charge, they have given it as 3. So 3 times electric field is 2x I cap plus 3y square j cap plus 4k cap dotted with dr bar, we can write it as plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. So the work done is the scalar product, dot product. So we'll get it as 3 times 2x dx plus 3 times 3y square dy plus 3 times 4 dz. So this we have to substitute the limits from 0, minus 2, minus 5 to 2, 1, 3. So if we substitute the values, we will be getting the work done to be equal to 135 joules. Okay. So this is also the this is a topic from electrostatics, but the work done by a variable force is asked in this. So electrostatics topic will be work done by electric field. Okay. Next, yeah. So this is a polarization question. Polarization question. I think this is the first question in all the shifts. So when an unpolarized light of intensity I naught is passed to the first polarizer. So when an unpolarized light is passing through the first polarizer, the intensity will become I naught by 2. And they are asking that if they find the angle between the axis of the first polarizer and the analyzer. Let us assume it is theta. So we know that the final intensity is equal to the initial intensity into cos square theta. So from this we will get 3 by 4. So cos theta we will get it as root 3 by 2. So the angle we will get it as 30 degrees. So theta we will get it as 30 degrees. So this is also not a kind of a different question. So as we expect same like a previous year question, JEE Mains question, not an advanced question. So same kind of questions, what the standard formula based question where we have to plug in the values given in the question, and we have to solve the question. So from this we are getting theta equal to 30 degrees. And yeah, the chapter is wave optics and topic polarization. Next, yeah, so they're asking, yeah, this is a different kind of question. This is not a direct question where there is a pulley and there is a big block attached to the ground, and the whole system is moving together. So the total system is moving together with an acceleration of g by 2 right side. So the whole system, capital M 2 kg and 1.5 kg are moving together. So if we are analyzing the free body diagram of the topmost block, let us solve this question based on a non-inertial frame of reference. If you are solving it respect to a non-inertial frame of reference, pseudo force will be acting left side. So 2 times the acceleration, and right side let us assume a tension T is acting. Now because the block is going right side, so there is a friction coefficient given over here. So 20 kg will be acting, 20 Newton will be acting downwards. So normal reaction will be acting upwards. So friction, let us assume it is left side, and the total friction force we know it as mu times the normal reaction. Here the normal reaction acting on the 2 kg will be 20 Newton. Now we will draw the free body diagram of 1.5 kg. So if you are drawing the free body diagram of 1.5 kg, 50 Newton will be acting downwards, and the same tension force which is acting horizontally towards the right side on the 2 kg will be acting upwards in the upward direction. So let us assume that tension is, so the 1.5 kg is trying to move downwards, so friction has to stop it. So friction direction will be upwards. So let us assume that the friction direction over here is upwards, and the normal reaction acting over here. So who is providing the force required for the 1.5 kg to move right side? That is nothing but the normal reaction. So the normal reaction is trying to push the 1.5 kg right side. So the normal reaction we can write it as 1.5 times the acceleration, which is given as A by. So solving these two equations, we will get the coefficient of friction to be 2 by 11. So if you are saying the topic is the chapter is friction, topic is pseudo force application in friction. So this question is based on non-inertial frame of reference. This question can be solved in inertial frame of reference as well as non-inertial frame of reference. Because we are shifting into a non-inertial frame of reference, we are applying a pseudo force left side. Okay. Next. Yeah. So this is all about the physics discussion for set A. So if you are seeing, the questions are not so lengthy or something like out of box question which is in the syllabus and based on directly formula based. So next I will request our math sir to come to the discussion on the next type of questions.
So good afternoon students, I am here with the next set of questions in mathematics. Alright, so let's see the questions. The first question is from sequence and series. So as usual from all the papers we have seen there are in all the papers we have questions of sequence and series. So this question also again of sequence series. What it is trying to say that we have A1, A2, A3 are in AP, right? And they have given sum of first term is how much equal to 160, right? So we know what is the sum of first terms, 10 terms formula, and G1, G2, G3 are also in GP, where G1 plus G2 they have given it to be what? 8, right? G1 plus G2 is given to be what? 8. Okay, first sum of first two term. If the first term of an AP is equal to the common ratio, this is important. This is the information which is important. What is the first term of an AP? The first term of an AP is how much? A1 equal to R, right? And the first term of a GP is equal to the common difference. Again, this is important. First term of a GP is equal to the what? Common difference. So first term of GP means G1, they have equal to what? D. Then sum of possible values of G1, or I can also say D, right? So first I will write down the sum of first 10 terms of a AP. What is the formula of first n terms of a AP? Sn, right, is equal to n by 2 2a, which is a1 in this case, plus n minus 1. N minus 1 means 9 into d, right? Now as a1 is given to be r, right? A1 is what? R here. And S10 is given to be how much? 160. So I'll write it here. So what I will get? I will get 160 is equal to 10 by 2 2r plus 9 d1, right? If I solve this, I'll 10 cancel, and this 2 goes here, so I'll have 32 is equal to 2r plus 9 d1. This is equation number 1. We have one equation. There is one more information in this question which is we have not used yet. What is that? G1 plus G2 is equal to 8. Now what is G1? G1 is nothing but D. So D plus second term will be dr is equal to how much? 8, right? Since first term is G1, so AR, right? So it is this. So D into 1 plus R. D into 1 plus R is equal to what? 8. So can I say from here that 1 plus R is equal to 8 by D, or I can say R is equal to how much? 8 by D minus 1, right? R is equal to 8 by D minus 1. This is the second equation. Now why I have written in terms of R? Because we need sum of possible values of D. So I will try to eliminate R. We don't need anything about R, right? So what I'll do, I'll put here R. So I am getting what? I'll be getting 32, right? 32 is equal to 2 into what is R? 8 by D. Or I can write 8 minus D upon D plus 9D, right? Plus 9D. Am I correct? Yes. So now this will D will be going here. If I solve it, I'll get 32D is equal to 16 minus 2D plus 9D square. And it's a quadratic. So if I arrange it, I'll get 9D square minus 34D plus 16 is equal to 0. Right? Now we have one quadratic, and this quadratic will have D1 and D2 as roots. So they are asking what? Sum of all possible values of D, right? So sum of the roots is equal to nothing but D1 plus D2 is equal to minus B by A, which is 34 by 9. 34 by 9 is which one? Option number 1. You can see here it is 34 by 9. So this is the question number 1, right, from sequence series. It was fairly simple question. Just we need to apply some basic questions of AP and GP. Okay. Next question. Next question is saying consider E1 and E2 be the roots of this equation. Okay. These are the roots of this is a quadratic whose roots are given to be what? E1 and E2. Now set of values of A for which E1 and E2 are eccentricities of hyperbola. Now what is so special about eccentricity of hyperbola? We know that for parabola E is equal to 1, for ellipse E is less than 1 between 0, and for hyperbola E is greater than 1. So as E1 and E2 are both eccentricities of hyperbolas, can I say that both E1 and E2 are greater than 1, right? So, and E1 and E2 are roots of this equation. So, by location of root, if I plot this parabola, it will be something like this. This is 1 here, it is E1 and E2, right? So, we will apply the conditions for this location of root. What are the conditions we can apply? If I consider this to be fx, we can see that f1 is positive, right? F1 is positive. The first condition I will apply is what? F1 will be positive. What is F1 here? 1 minus a plus 2 greater than 0. So I will get 3 minus a greater than 0. Right? The second condition I will apply is what? That d is greater than equal to 0. Right? D is greater than equal to 0. So when d square minus 4 is greater than 0. So what is d square? A square minus 8 is greater than equal to 0. So I will get from here a is between minus infinity to minus root 2 union 2 root 2 to infinity, right? And then we'll also have minus b by 2a. Minus b, this point vertex is on the right side of 1, so I will say minus b by 2a is greater than 1, right? So what is minus b by 2a? It is nothing but a by 2 greater than 2. So a is greater than 2. If I apply all the conditions, what is the range of a I will be getting? I will be getting a to be between 2 root 2 to 3, right? A will be almost 2 root 2 to 3. So they have given the same thing, right? So it means alpha is equal to 2 root 2 and beta is equal to 3, right? This is the first thing. Second thing they are saying, and set of values of a for which E1 and E2 are eccentricity of a hyperbola, this is h, hyperbola, and an ellipse, right? Eccentricity of an hyperbola and an ellipse. So it means that E1 will be more than one eccentricity will be more than 1 and other eccentricity will be what? Less than 1, but between 0. So if I draw that one, I will be getting this, right? Oh sorry, just a minute. Yes. So yes, so if I draw 0 and 1, the parabola will be like this, correct? So this is one eccentricity E1 and the second eccentricity is E2, right? So I can say F0 and F1 are both opposite, so I can apply that F0, right, is greater than 0 and F1 is less than 0, right? F0 we can see already positive because I'll get 0 plus 0 plus 2, which is positive. So I need to just apply F1 negative. If I apply F1 I'll get 3 minus a negative. So it means a is greater than 3. It means that a belongs to 3 to infinity. If I compare with the given inequality, it is matching that gamma to infinity. It means that gamma is equal to 3, right? Now if I put everything in here, what I will be getting? They want alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square, which is nothing but 2 root 2 square plus 3 square plus 3 square. It means 8 plus 9, which is going to be how much? 26. So we have it in the option. Again, it is option number 1, right? So this is the question. It was based on both conic section and quadratic. So you can say it was a bit difficult, but not very difficult. I'll still consider it to be in the moderate level, right? Now let's consider the next question. Next question is from probability, right? What they are saying, there are n plus 1 points. N points are unbiased. Okay, we have n points which are unbiased and 1 point which is biased, which have both sides as 2 heads. Now a coin is randomly selected and tossed once. Okay, if the probability of getting head is 9 by 16, right? So getting head, there could be a chance that the coin which we have selected is an unbiased coin, or there could be a chance that the coin we have selected is a biased one, which had both the sides as what? Head. So in that cases, we need to apply the concept of what? Total probability theorem. Total probability theorem, right? And what does this theorem says? That probability of getting head, right? Probability of getting head can be happening through probability of getting an unbiased coin, then probability of head getting unbiased coin, plus probability of getting a biased coin into probability of head getting biased coin, right? These are the only two ways through which we can get head, right? So what is the probability of getting an unbiased coin? There are n coins which are unbiased out of n plus 1 coin. So what I'll be having? N upon n plus 1. And in an unbiased coin, what is the probability of getting a head? The probability of getting a head is how much? Half, right? And in a biased coin, what is the probability of getting a biased coin? Since there is only one biased coin, I will be getting it as 1 upon n plus 1. And what is the probability of getting a head? Because since both the sides are head, I can say there is only probability of what? 1, right? And they have given this thing to be equal to 9 by 16, right? 9 by 16. If I solve this, what I will be getting? 9 by 16 is equal to n plus 2 upon 2 into n plus 1, correct? So 2 cancel from here, 8. Yes, 8. Now if I take it this side, I will be getting 9n plus 9 is equal to 8n plus 16. So if I take 8n here, I'll get n is equal to 16 minus 9, which is equal to 7. Right? N equal to 16 minus 9, which is equal to what? 7. So the answer for this one is how much? Option number 3. It was a fairly simple question of probability, right? It is not a very difficult question. I will consider it to be a very easy one. Not even much calculation also, right? Very simple question. It was kind of a very scoring one. Right? Now the next question, what it is saying, the number of 4-letter words, with or without meaning, each consisting of 2 vowels, right? 2 vowels and 2 consonants that can be formed for the letter of the word without repeating the letter. So we don't need to repeat the letters, right? So if I just write first how many vowels are there and how many consonants are there, right? So I is vowel, right? Then N is a consonant. Then again C is a consonant. Then O is vowel. Then again N we have written. We will not count it again as we cannot repeat the letter. Then S. Then E, right? Then I'll get Q here. Then U here. Then E already taken. Then N already taken. Then T. Then I taken. Then A. And then finally what we have? L, right? So how many vowels do we have? We have all the 5 vowels. In the 26 alphabets we have all the 5 vowels we are present here, and we have also 6 consonants. Now we need to form a 4-letter word. So 4-letter words will be how? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4-letter word. So this 4-letter words, I need to select 2 vowels and 2 consonants. How many vowels do we have? 5 vowels. So to select 5 vowels, I'll get 5C2, and to select 2 consonants out of the 6 consonants, I'll have 6C2, right? 6C2. And after selecting these vowels, we have to do arrangement also, which will be how much? 4 factorial, right? So it will be equivalent to how much? 5C2 is 10, 6C2 is 15, and 4 factorial is how much? 24. So this will be how much? 10 into 36, 360. It will be equal to 3600, right? Again, PNC questions are little bit lengthy because of calculation, but this one was very simple. It was kind of a free marks in the paper. So the options, they have not given the option, but the answer is what? 3600. I think they forgot to mention the options, but this question was again fairly simple. Probability 1 and PNC questions are generally considered to be difficult. Students generally leave this question, but in this paper we can see that they are very simple, right? Now the next question, again from trigonometry equation, very simple question. This equation, I think many of the students have solved it during their preparations, right? So what it is saying, 1 plus cos theta is equal to what? √3 sin theta, right? So if I take this cos that side, I'll get 1 is equal to √3 sin theta minus cos theta. Okay, I just need to divide by 2. If I divide by 2, I'll get 1 by 2 divided by 2. So I'll get half is equal to this √3 by 2. I can consider it to be what? Cos pi by 6, right? And this is also half. So I'll get cos pi by 6 sin theta minus cos theta into sin pi by 6, which is equal to what? Sine of theta minus pi by 6, right? And this is nothing but sine pi by 6. So if I consider general solution of sine, what do we get? We get theta minus pi by 6, right? Theta minus pi by 6 is equivalent to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into pi by 6. If I send pi by 6 this side, I'll get theta is equal to n pi plus pi by 6 plus minus 1 to the power n into pi by 6. Okay. This is the value of theta I'll be getting, but we need theta between minus 2 pi to 2 pi, right? So if I put 0, I'll get one value. If I put 0, I'll be getting theta to be how much? Pi by 3, right? If I put theta minus pi, I'll be getting minus 1, sorry, I'll be getting one value. Like that, if I put the different value, I'll be getting pi by 3 minus pi by 3, then 5 pi by 3, right? And I think pi also, right? Yes, pi by 3 minus pi by 3, like this. So what will be the answer for this one? This answer, they have again not given the option. I think the answer is, in this case, is minus 4 pi by 3. By putting different values of n, you will get the answers, and then while adding all the values, sum of all these different theta, I'll be getting the answer as what? Minus 4 pi by 3. Okay, again very fairly simple question, it's not a difficult one. Okay, then this is the last question for mathematics. Then we have physics and chemistry lined up. Find the area bounded by 0 to y less than equal to 6 minus x. It's a straight line, right? Y positive and it's a straight line. And then we have y square plus 3 less than equal to 4x, right? So if I solve y is equal to 6 minus x. This is one line, and the other line is what? Y square is equal to what? 4x minus 3. This is a parabola. Okay, so if I draw the curve, right, this parabola is shifted, and x will be, the vertex will be where? 3 by 4 comma 0. So if I draw the parabola, it will be like this. Okay, and after drawing the parabola, we need a line 6 minus x. So 6 minus x line will be something like this. So there will be two intersection point, one here, sorry, one at this point and one at this point. One at this point and one at this point, and the area what they are looking for, as x is greater than 0 and y is between this, so the area what they are looking for is this area, right? To get this area, we need this point, right? We need this point, and to find the point, what will I do? I will equate this, I'll substitute this y in this curve. So I'll be getting 6 minus x whole square is equal to 4x minus 3. Right? This is a simple quadratic which you will, when you will solve, you will get one x value to be 3 and other to be negative, as the other intersection is at the below, right? So this point will be what? 3 comma 3. Okay. Now if it is 3 comma 3, I need to find this area which comprises of this part, which is formed by this parabola and this triangle. Right? This point is how much? This point is 6 comma 0, and this point is how much? 3 comma 0, right? So what is the area of this triangle? It's very simple to calculate. Area of a triangle is given by half into this distance is 6 minus 3, which is 3, and the height is also 3. So I'll be getting half into 3 into 3, which is 9 by 2. Right? Now the only part remaining is what? This area to find. Right? For this area to find, what I can do? I can just integrate the parabola, as it is the area formed by the parabola with x-axis. So if I integrate the parabola, I will be getting a is equal to 0 to 3. This point is 0, x equal to 0 to 3, and then I will be having root of 4x minus 3. Right? If you do that, you will be getting 2 by 3, 4x minus 3 to the power 3 by 2. Right? When you put the limits, you will be getting it here divided by 4 also. So you will be getting here 18 by 4, which is again 9 by 2. So 9 by 2 plus 9 by 2 is how much? 9 by 2 plus 9 by 2 is how much? 9. So the answer here is how much? 9. Right? Now I will call in physics sir for the next set of questions. Chemistry. Okay. So the questions were very simple in this paper. Alright, I'll call physics sir.
So, good noon everyone. So, we are in the second session of chemistry. Now, let's have a look at the first question. What it is? Compare the boiling point, right? Okay, once. Where it is moving. Okay. So, the first question here is compare the boiling point. What they have given us? First is we have alcohols, right? So, in alcohols we have given as C4H9OH. Another one is amine C4H9NH2 primary amine. One is alkane and one is secondary amine. So out of this, as we know that boiling point will be highest for OH. Why? Because OH will have strong H bonding. The strongest H bonding will be present in what? In our butanol C4H9OH, and the least boiling point will be for butane. That we know. So A will be the highest and the least position will be going to D. Now out of B and C, one is primary, one is secondary. B will be higher than that of D due to the steric hindrance. Oh sorry, it will be C. So OH, alcohol, due to its strong H bonding, will have the highest boiling point, and then it will be followed by 1 degree amine, then followed by 2 degree amine, and the last will be that of butane. So it was a very easy question just based on the physical properties of the compound in the organic. The second question that we have is from atomic structure, and what does it say? If the wavelength of first line of Lyman series and if this much, and then the longest wavelength in the Balmer series. Similar question also appeared in the earlier session. What it says, we have Lyman series. So what we will write, 1 by lambda equals to R Z square 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. And for the Lyman series, electron will be jumping from where? It is the first line. So Lyman series electron will be jumping from second orbit to the first orbit. And we have hydrogen. So for in the first case, 1 by lambda will be equal to R into 1 into 1 by 1 minus 1 by 4. So this is the first case for hydrogen atom, and this value is given as x angstrom. That means lambda value is given as x. So 1 by x, how much I am getting? 1 by x will be getting as 3R by 4. So they have compared Lyman with that of Balmer of helium ion. So for helium ion Z we will put how much? 2. So 1 by lambda 2 will be equals to R into 2 to the power 2. And one term they had used is longest wavelength. What do you mean by the longest wavelength? If the wavelength is longest, then the energy will be least. That means it is also the first line of Balmer series. First line of Balmer series will be jumping from where? 3 to 2, sorry. It will be jumping from 3 to 2. So what we are going to put here? 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9. So if we solve it, here we get 4R into 5 by 36. Now this term has to be converted in the terms of x. So what you do? Divide it, find x, and what you are going to get here? 27x by 20. So a simple question of atomic structure, again from the spectrum, that we can solve easily, and it was in the moderate zone. So next we move to the next question. Which of the following gas can be method can be used for the formation of CH4 gas? Again a very simple easy question from preparation of the compound from hydrocarbons. Now let's talk about the Wurtz reaction. Wurtz reaction is a coupling reaction and we get even number of carbon. So CH4 gas can't be prepared by the Wurtz reaction. Whatever is the product of Wurtz reaction, it should be paired, right? So CH4 can't be prepared. If we have to prepare odd one, then also it will be a mixture. Colby electrolysis, it is also a type of pairing. So again CH4 is not possible. From CH3 MBr, yes, MGBr, Grignard. How can we prepare it? If you take CS3 MgBr, what it is going to release? CS3 minus. And if we provide any acidic hydrogen, it will give you CH4. So for the acidic hydrogen, what compound we can take? We can have water, or we can take alcohols, or we can take RCOH, or we can take any inorganic acid. So if we add CH3 MgBr on any of the acidic hydrogen compound, it will give you CH4 as the product. So option C will be our correct answer. Now let's move to the next question. Again, one more question from atomic. So it is second question from atomic, and they are asking on radial load and angular load. Again, a formula based question. What is the formula for radial load? For radial load, what we write? Radial load is n minus L minus 1, where n is our principal quantum number, L is our azimuthal quantum number, and angular momentum will be how much? This is equal to L. So on that basis, let's check for 2s. What the value for 2s? N minus L minus 1. If I put for 2s, it will be 2 minus 0 minus 1. That means we will having one radial load, and when it comes to angular load, the value of L is how much? 0. So 2s is going to have one radial load and one angular load. And by, you can say chance, this is the first option only. The second is going with our first option. Now if I go for 3s, so as 2s has one radial load, 3s will be having how much? 2 radial load. So 3s is going to have 2 radial load and 0 angular load. It will again go with the second option. When we talk about 3p, in the case of 3p, again we can put it as 3 minus 1 minus 1, that is 1. So it will also have one radial load and one angular load. So options given here are A is just opposite of 1, that is correct one, 2 with the 2, third with C with the third, and D with the fourth one. So next question, let's move to the next question, and it is from solutions, class 12. What does it say? 0.25 mole of non-volatile solute was dissolved in 1 mole of solvent. We are dissolving 0.25 mole. So solute is 0.25 mole. And what is the amount of solvent here? Solvent here is 1 mole. Now what they are talking? They are talking about the vapor pressure. Vapor pressure of solution was X% vapor pressure of pure solvent. They are asking us P of solution by P of solvent into 100. They are asking us this thing. Percentage, in what percentage it is. So as we know, RLVP, delta P by P naught will be equal to how much? Delta P is change in pressure by P naught, that is pressure of the solvent, will be equal to what? Mole fraction of solute. That will be how much? 0.25 divided by 1 plus 0.25. So it will be coming out to be 1 by 5. So delta P we have got as, delta P will be how much? Delta P will be equals to P naught by 5. So what is P of solution now? So instead of P of solution, I can put it as P naught of solvent minus delta P divided by P of solvent into 100. So it is a very easy solution. You can just put it over here. Instead of delta P, we will put P naught of solvent by P, and what we are getting? We will get 80% as the answer. So moderate question I will keep it here. Application of solution. Now this is electrochem. They are mixing electrochem with ionic. Good question. We will be more than moderate. In the hard section I will keep it. First, what they have done, they have given us a set of data for Colrat's law. They have given us a data for lambda m infinity, lambda m naught, and lambda naught of BaCl2 they are giving is x1, H2SO4 x2, HCl is x3. So they are asking for what? KSP of BaSO4. So what I will do, I will write lambda m infinity of BaSO4, that will be equal to lambda m infinity of BaCl2 plus lambda m infinity of H2SO4, I am writing it here, minus twice lambda m infinity of HCl. Just the application of Colrat's law. We have to find for BaSO4. So we took the Ba term, that is BaCl2. For SO4 I have taken the H2SO4 and we have removed HCl twice. So what I am getting, lambda m naught infinity for BaSO4 I will be getting as x1 plus x2 minus 2x3. So we have solved for lambda m infinity and they have given us conductivity of BaSO4. That means kappa they have given. And what I know, lambda m equals to kappa into 1000 by molarity, that is nothing but solubility. So we have to find what? We have to find KSP. KSP for BaSO4 will be how much? For BaSO4, we will write it as Ba plus 2, SO4 minus 2 and that will become S square. So we have to find the term S over here from here and we will put here S square. So I will be getting KSP. So as we have solved, kappa is given as x, lambda infinity we have calculated. So what I will put, x plus x2 minus 2x3 will be equals to x into 1000 by s. From here s will be x into 10 to the power 3 by. So we have found the value of s. We will just put it over here. S square will be the value of KSP and as per the option 2 will be going as the correct one. Now let's move to the, after this question, let's move to the next question. Again one more question from bonding. Bonding, they have given one more question from Lewis dot structure. They have given a small flavor of D and F by putting two compounds here, MnO4, CrO4 minus, and they have asked which of them has different Lewis dot structure. So let's talk about the first one, SO3 minus 2 and CO3 minus 2. If I draw the structure SO3 minus 2, this is the structure for what? SO3 minus 2. And what is the structure for CO3 minus 2? It is C double bond O, O minus. So the first option itself has two different compounds with different Lewis dot structure. So option A is correct. Why? Because we have two different Lewis dot structure. Now let's check for O2 and O2 minus 2 and F minus 2. Both are having, one is peroxide, O2 minus 2. So it will be having this structure. And fluorine, single bonded fluorine, this one also has the same structure. So no, they don't have different Lewis dot structure. Now let's check for the third one, Cn minus and CO, triple bonded molecules, same structure we have, Cn minus, here I will get minus and CO. So again third one is also having the same Lewis dot structure. Now if we check for the fourth one, NS3 and H3O plus, NS3 pyramidal in shape and it will having 3 single bond. Similarly H3O will also having the same structure. So this one is also not same. Now let's check about the last one that we have, MnO4 minus. MnO4 minus will be Mn double bond O, single bond O minus. And in CrO4 minus 2, it is Cr double bond O, single bond. The MnO4 minus is D3s hybridized. It is having 4 sigma bond, 3 pi bond. CrO4 minus is also D3s, but it has 1 pi bond less. So as per the Lewis dot structure, E and A both have different Lewis dot structure. So best option we will go for option number 3. So I think we have done with the chemistry second session. Now we will start with the physics, second session for the physics.
Okay, so thank you, sir. So hello everyone, how are you? All of you are doing? I hope you all are doing really well. So now if we will solve the remaining questions for physics. So okay, so physics question are same thing for the like last pattern, like formula based questions are there, but the calculation part is lengthy. So first question we have from SHM. Okay, so first question is given time period for SHM of a particle is 16 seconds. That means T is equals to 16 seconds. Now find minimum time to move from A to A by root 2. So if we solve it from phasor diagram, so this position will be A, this position will be 0 minus a 0. So let's say we are moving from a to a by root 2. A to a by root 2. So this angle will be 45 because this will be 1 by a. This position is a by root 2. So this will be 45. Angle will be 45. Now this remaining angle is also 45. So now we know that this total SHM is divided by 4 into 4 parts. So T by 4, T by 4, T by 4 and T by 4. Now a to 0 it will be a by T by 4. So this half distance it will be T by 8. So answer will be T by 8. So T by 8 will be 16 by 8 equals to 2 seconds. Okay, so answer will be 2 seconds, and if you want to solve it normally, so we know that time period will be 2 pi by omega will be 2 pi by t. Now time taken to cover this much angle theta, that means pi by 4 divided by omega. So pi by 4 divided by 2 pi by t. So t, so pi and pi cancel, t by 8. Whatever method you like, phasor method is easy to solve. So answer will be t by 8. So 2 seconds. Now next question. So it's from magnetism. A small cubical region of side 1 millimeter is placed at the center of current carrying circular loop of radius a. That means like this. There is circular loop and current is flowing I equals to 1 ampere. The radius is also given 1 meter and there is a very small cube of 1 millimeter at the center. Now the question is, what is the energy stored in the cube? To solve these type of questions, we know that first we have to find the energy density. So energy density is 1 by 2 epsilon mu naught into B square. So now what is magnetic field at the center of circular cube? So B will be mu naught I by 2r. So now if we solve this, so 1 by 2 mu naught into mu naught square I square by 4 r square. Now if density is this, so how much energy stored? It will be density into volume. So total energy stored. So let's say energy E equals to small u into volume V. So this is the value of U, 1 by 2 mu naught square I square by 4 r square. Now it's a cube, so its volume will be L cube. So 1 millimeter cube, that means 10 to power minus 9 meter. Now we will solve. Mu naught cancel, I is 1, r is also 1. So we have mu naught. So 4 pi into 10 to power minus 7 into 10 to power minus 9 divided by 8. So it will be pi by 2 into 10 to power minus 16 joules. So answer will be pi by 2 into 10 to power minus 16. So option 1. So energy stored in that cube will be pi by 2 into 10 to power minus 16 joule. So if you know the formulas, you can solve the questions. Okay. So next, a spherical reflecting surface separating media with reflecting index n equals to 1, n equals to 1.4. Object distance u is given 4r and radius of this convex surface is r. Okay. So question is find. Okay. So magnetic. Wait. So basically we have to find magnification. So to calculate magnification, first we have to calculate the image distance. So we know that for spherical surface, n2 by v minus n1 by u equals to n2 minus n1 by r. Is it clear? So now n2 is 1.4 divided by v minus n1 is given 1, u is given minus 4r. Okay, it is what's left. So minus 4r. So minus plus 4r. N2 is 1.4 minus 1 divided by, now it's a convex surface, so R will be positive. So R is positive R. So it will be 0.4 R. So 1.4 V equals to 0.4 R minus 1 by 4 R. So if I take 1 by R common, so it will be 0.4 and 4. So it will be 1.6 minus 1 divided by 4. So it will be 0.6 by 4 R. Now, if we solve, so 0.6 by 4r equals to 1.4 v, 1.4 by v equals to 0.6 by 4r. So v will be 4r into 1.4 divided by 0.6. So point cancel, it will be 28 by 3r. So this is the value of image distance. Now, if we talk about magnification, so magnification only magnitude we have to find. So it will be n1b divided by N2. So N1 is 1 into V is 28 by 3 into R divided by N2 is 1.4 into U is 4R. R and R cancel. So this will be 20 and 5. So magnification will be 5 by 3. So magnitude of magnification will be 5 by 3. So there's no much concept there, but question calculation were lengthy in this question. So next question, ratio of wavelength of first and second line of Barber series in hydrogen atom. So first line will be Barber series means our N final will be 2. So first line will be 3 to 2 and second line will be 4 to 2. So question is find the ratio of this wavelength and this wavelength. So we know that 1 by lambda equals to R 1 by NF square 1 by NI square. So simple, lambda 1 by lambda 2 equals to okay, so 1 by lambda 1 equals to 1 by, for lambda 1 n final will be 2, so 2 square will be 4 minus 1 by n initial square. For lambda 1 first line ni is 3, so square will be 1 by 9 divided by 1 by lambda 2, so it will be 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16, so it will become lambda 2 by lambda 1. So lambda 2 by lambda 1 will be, this will be 9 minus 5, so 9 minus 4 5, 5 divided by 36 divided by 12 divided by 48. So 5 into 48 divided by 12 into 36, so 4 times, and this will be 9 times, so 5 by 9. So option is not matching. Is there any calculation mistake? 5 by 36 and 16 by 60. Okay, 64. This will be 64. So 64. So 5 into 64 divided by 12 into 36. So if we take 16, 9, then 4 and 3, so 20 by 27. Now question was lambda 1 by lambda 2. So lambda 1 by lambda 2 will be, so question is the first and second line, so answer will be 20 by 27. Okay, so option 1 is correct. Option 1 is correct. Next question, power drawn by resistance 1 kilo ohm is 4 milliwatt and find the value of RS. Okay, RS we have to find. So question is power drawn by 1 kilo ohm is 4 milliwatt. That means for this resistor, how much power is drawn? 4 milliwatt. 4 milliwatt. So now we know that power equals to V square by R. So power is 4 into 10 to power minus 3 V square, and R is 1 kilo ohm. So 10 to power 3. So V square will be 4. So V will be 2 volt. That means potential drop at this point is 2 volt. That means potential drop of around RS will be 3 volt. Clear? So question is find the value of RS. If current is 4 milliampere, so we know that I equals to V by R. So R will be V by I. So V is 3 divided by 4 into 10 to power minus 3. So it will be 3000 by 4, so 750. So answer will be 750 ohm. So option number 3. Option number 3. Next question. So two wire A and B of same cross sectional area are subjected to equal tensile forces, gets elongated by same amount. The ratio of Young's modulus of two material is given. YA by YB is 20 by 11. Find the ratio of length of the wire. Now what is the value of Young's modulus? So Young's modulus will be stress by strain. So F divided by A delta L by L. So FL A delta L. Now force is same, tensile force is same, A cross sectional area is same, and extension is also same. That means Young's modulus is proportional to L. That means YA by YB equals to LA by LB which is given in the question 20 by 11. 20 by 11. So 20 by 11 is your answer, option number 4. Okay, simple question. Next question is, in YDAC, path differences of 2 points P and Q are given lambda by 3, lambda by 6 respectively, ratio of intensity of P and Q. So what is the formula for intensity at any point in YDAC? So that will be 4 I naught cos square phi by 2, where phi is the phase difference. So if we can calculate phi, we can easily solve this question, because I is proportional to cos square phi by 2. Now for P it is lambda by 3, part difference. So we know that for 2 pi phase difference, part difference is lambda. So for lambda by 3 it will be 2 by 3, and lambda by 6 will be 2 pi by 6. Now solve. So ratio of intensity IP and IQ, IP by IQ equals to cos square. Now phi by 2, lambda by 3, so 2 pi by 3 is the phase difference. So 2 pi by 3 half will be pi by 3. Cos square pi by 3, and cos square again divided by 2, so pi by 6. So cos pi by 3 is root 3 by 1 by 2, so it will be 1 by 4. Now cos square pi by 6 will be root 3 by 2, square will be 3 by 4. So answer will be 1 by 3. So option number 1. So ratio of intensity will be 1 by 3. Again formula based question. Next, okay, 1 mole sample of gas undergoes the isothermal process in which volume changes from 3 liter to 1 liter. Okay, find the work done on the gas if initial pressure was 3 into 10 to power 7 Pascal. So in isothermal process, what is the value of work done? So work done is nRT log V2 by V1. Now initial V1 is 3 liter and V2 is 1 liter. That means V1 is 3 times of V2. So nRT log 3 by 1, so 3. nRT log 3. Now question is, what is the value of nRT? Temperature is not given, but initial pressure is given, and initial volume we already know. So we know that PV equals to nRT. So nRT can be replaced by PV. So initially pressure is 3 into 10 to power 7, and volume is 3 liter. So 3 liter in meter cube will be 3 into 10 to power minus 3 meter cube. So the value of nRT PV will be 9 into 10 to power 4. So replace it here. So work done will be 9 into 10 to power 4. So 90,000 log 3. So 90,000 log 3, option number 4. Okay, if you know the formula, you can easily solve this question. Okay, so all the questions for physics are done. Now I would like to request mathematics sir to present new question. Sir.
Okay, dear student, now we move to mathematics portion. And as today what we seen that questions, maximum questions are, some questions are easy, but maximum questions are moderate, and some are hard also, but hard. So this paper total overall is moderate to lengthy, moderate and lengthy also. And by the way, we see many questions from this time we see many questions from the conic section. Okay, now let's start. Okay, so our first question, let the set of all value of k belongs to R such that the equation has at least one solution, be the interval alpha comma beta, then alpha plus beta. So what we need to find? We need to find the interval for k so that this equation has solution. Okay, and after getting that interval, we need to get the value of 9 times of alpha plus beta. Now let's start. This z, I am just multiplying this equation z into z bar, that can be written as modulus of z square, then plus z into 2 plus iota, and plus k into 2 plus 3 iota equal to 0. Modulus of z square, z can be written as x plus iota y. So modulus of z square, x square plus y square.
Z is x plus iota y, x plus iota y, 2 plus iota plus k times 2 plus 3 iota equal to 0. Now we can write this complete equation as this complete expression as a plus iota b, then real part 0 and imaginary part 0. So first I am putting the real part equal to 0, x square plus y square, from here 2x terms without iota, from here minus y and plus 2k. This is real part, that has to be 0, and imaginary part also need to be 0. Imaginary part coefficient of iota. So from here x plus 2y, x plus 2y, okay, and then plus 3k equal to 0. Now as we can say, after putting x equal to x plus z equal to x plus iota y, we got two equation. One is the circle and other is the line, and there should be at least one solution. It means circle and line should have at least one solution. We need to get the value of k so that circle and line has at least one solution. It means line is either intersect the circle or touches the circle. So distance from center should be less than equal to radius. So first center minus 1 comma 1 by 2, and radius root over g square plus f square. G square plus f square is 5 by 4 minus c, that is 2k. Now distance of the center from this line need to be less than equal to radius. So distance of the center from the line, put the point in equation, minus 1 plus 3k divide by root a square plus b square root 5, that has to be less than equal to radius. So root over 5 by 4 minus 2k. Okay. Now what we do, we just make the square on both sides. Here plus 1 minus 1 got cancel out. 3k square is 9k square, divide by 5 and less than equal to 5 by 4 minus 2k. 4 multiply to left, 5 multiply to right. So complete equation 36k square plus 10k and minus 25 equal to 0. Okay. Now what we need, value of k. Now suppose this equation has the root alpha and beta. Then when we put on number line alpha beta plus minus plus, at last k will be belongs to alpha comma beta. It means the interval which we need for k, those points are nothing, just only root of this equation. So what do you need? Sum of root alpha plus beta minus 10 by 36. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Here when we take the 5 and 2, then minus 4k alpha plus beta, 9 times of this one, there will be some change. Okay, when I took the LCM, this 20 multiply with 2, so actually 4 and 5 both, so there will be the 40. If there is 40, it is 40 by 36. Alpha plus beta is minus 10 by 9. Okay. Now 9 times of alpha plus beta, that is equal to minus 10. So our answer is minus 10. Okay. Now coming to next question. Tan inverse 1 minus alpha plus tan inverse 1 minus beta equal to pi by 4, and beta is equal to 1 by 3 alpha, and the value of 6 times of alpha plus beta. So just simply easy question from the idea. We just need to use the tan inverse x plus tan inverse y formula. So tan inverse x plus y, 1 minus alpha plus 1 minus beta, by 1 minus xy, 1 minus alpha, 1 minus beta, okay, equal to pi by 4. Now tan on both sides, this 1 and 1 2 minus alpha plus beta, divide by this 1 and this 1 got cancel out. Then here minus beta minus alpha with minus sign, so alpha plus beta, and plus alpha beta but minus sign, so minus alpha beta, and tan on both sides, tan pi by 4 is 1. Okay. Now here they give beta equal to 1 by 3 alpha, so alpha beta equal to 1 by 3, that I replace here. If we multiply 2 minus alpha plus beta equal to alpha plus beta minus 1 by 3. So 2 times alpha plus beta the equal to 2 plus 1 by 3, that is 7 by 3. So alpha plus beta we got as 7 by 6. Okay, and what actually they are asking? They are asking value of 6 times of alpha plus beta. If we multiply by 6, then we are getting 7. Okay, so our correct answer is 7 only. Now coming to next question, y equal to yx. Okay, so questions from the differential equation. Now first we need to identify the type and then we solve. And if y1 equal to 1, then greatest integer of y root 5. So first I will find the value of dy by dx. X square minus x dx we divide, and I am dividing this one. So dy by dx, I am just dividing this complete expression with, here I am writing, I am dividing with x square minus x into root x square minus 1 into dx. I am dividing these all the term with this one. Okay, so this side this got cancel out, dy by dx, plus when we divide this value with this term, so here one y remain, dx got cancel out, x common, then x minus root x square minus 1 also cancel, so y by x. And when we divide x, I am writing in right side, we will get 1 x got cancel out, 1 by x minus root 1 minus x square minus 1. Okay, so finally this is our differential equation we got in simplified form. So that is linear differential equation, and mainly in mains they ask the question based on linear differential equation or variable separation. So first we find the integration factor, that is e power integration of 1 by x. 1 by x integration is ln x, and what we got this one as x. Okay, now the solution y into x equal to q into if. Acha, by the way, if we simplify, first I am writing q into if, so x by x minus root x square minus 1. Now for the integration of this part, I am going to rationalize this denominator. If we rationalize denominator, then x we multiply with x plus root x square minus 1. We multiply in denominator also, so a minus b, a plus b, a square minus b square, x square minus x square minus 1, that is equal to 1 into dx. We just need to integrate yx, x into x, x square, so x square integration x cube by 3 plus x into root over x square minus 1. X square minus 1 differentiation is 2x, I am multiplying by 2 and dividing by 3. Okay, so x cube by 3 plus 1 by 3. This one has t, this goes to dt into root t. Root t integration is t power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2, so into 2 by 3, and t power 3 by 2, x square minus 1 power 3 by 2 and plus c. Okay, so finally y into x is equal to, here what I wrote, 1 by, actually this was 1 by 2, I multiply by 2 and divide by 2. This 2 got cancel out, so x cube by 3 and plus 1 by 3 x square minus 1 whole power 3 by 2 plus c. To get value of c, something they give, that is y1 equal to 1. So I am just putting 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1, we get the value of c. y1 x1, so 1, 1 by 3 plus 1 here 0 and plus c, so c equal to 2 by 3. Okay, so c equal to 2 by 3. Now I am finding value of y. I am dividing by x also. So x square by 3 plus 1 by 3x x square minus 1 whole power 3 by 2 plus c by x, and c is 2 by 3, so 2 by 3 x. Okay, we got the value of y, we got our function. Now what we do, just we got the function and we put y root 5. When you put x equal to root 5, then you will get 3 point something only, and greatest integer is going to be 3. Okay, now coming to next question. Let chord PQ of length 3 root 13 of the parabola y square equal to 12x be such that the ordinates of points P and Q are in the ratio 1:2. Okay, so this is the parabola y square equal to 12x. Okay, now there is a chord PQ. Suppose this is the chord PQ whose ordinate are in the ratio 2 is to 1 is to 2, 1 is to 2. Suppose P is 80 square comma 280 and here we have 12x, so A is equal to 3. 80 square 3t square comma 280, that is equal to 6t. Okay, now if you use ordinate are in the ratio, that is 1 is to 2, 1 is to 2. So can I say when we write the point Q, y coordinate will be double of y coordinate of P, so that's why 12t. It means just t need to be replaced by 2t because they give the ratio of ordinate is 1 is to 2. So if you replace t with 2t here, then what we are getting 12t square. They give the length of chord PQ. PQ is equal to 3 root 13. I'm taking square on both sides. PQ square x1 minus x2 whole square. 9t square is 36t power 4 plus y1 minus y2, sorry, 81 t power 4. Then y2 minus y1 60 whole square is 36t square equal to, this is 9 into 13. 9 we can cancel, so 9t power 4 plus 4t square and minus 13 equal to 0. This is quadratic equation in t square. When we solve this one, we get the value of t square equal to 1. Okay, t square 1, then t can be plus or minus 1. Let me choose t equal to 1. Then what is the point P? P become 3 comma 6 and Q become, when t equal to 1, 12 comma 12. We got the point P and Q. Now what they are asking? If the chord PQ subtend an angle alpha at the focus of parabola, then sin alpha. Okay. So in this parabola, focus is here, that is equal to a comma 0, 3 comma 0. A is 3, P 3 comma 6, x coordinate is same as focus 3 comma 6, and Q is 12 comma 12, 12 comma 12. And they are saying that this subtend an angle alpha. Okay, then we need sin alpha. Okay, so suppose this angle is beta and tan beta, using the slope formula can be we can get as 12 minus 0 12 by 12 minus 3 9, so 4 by 3 tan beta. Then can I say that alpha is equal to pi by 2 minus beta. Okay, and what we need sin alpha. Sin alpha equal to sin pi by 2 minus beta, that is equal to cos beta. Now to get the value of cos beta, as the tan value is there 4 3 and 5, so what we got 3 by 5. Okay, so sin alpha is 3 by 5. Then they are asking value of sin alpha. Okay, so answer is 3 by 5 if there is any option, and integer type might be we need to multiply sin alpha, something is given 10 into sin alpha or 5 into sin alpha, but correct answer is 3 by 5. Okay, now coming to next question. If the eccentricity of the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1 passing through this point satisfy this equation, then the length of the lattice rectum. Okay, so just simply first we need to find the value of a square and b square, then automatically easily we get the length of lattice rectum. To get the a square and b square, one, this point lies on this hyperbola must satisfy. Okay, so 6x equal to 6, 36 by a square minus y equal to 4 root 3, so 4 root 3 square 48 by b square equal to 1. This is one equation. I need one more equation in a square and b square to get it, and for that one they give this equation. So if we simplify, 15 times e square minus 34e and plus 15 equal to 0, we simplify it. Okay, so how we factorize? Minus 25e minus 9e plus 15 equal to 0. Then 5e common, 3e minus 5 minus 3 common, 3e minus 5 equal to 0. E value we are getting, one is 3 by 5 and other is 5 by 3, or curve is hyperbola, 3 by 5 is not possible, so E equal to 5 by 3. Okay, E equal to 5 by 3, then E square is equal to 25 by 9. E square formula for hyperbola, 1 plus B square by A square, that is equal to 25 by 9. So from here B square by A square, is equal to 25 by 9 minus 1, 16 by 9. Okay, by solving equation 1 and equation 2, we can get the value of a square and b square. Easily we will get, just put 9 by a square equal to 16 by b square. 9 by a square, this can be written as 4 into 9 by a square. Get the easily value of b square and a square, that will be b square equal to 16 and a square equal to 9. These will be the values. Once you can cross check, a square equal to 9, this become 4, b square equal to 16, this become 3, satisfying. Okay. Now the hyperbola, this new hyperbola, x square by b square, that is 16, minus y square by twice of a square plus 1, a square plus 1 is 10, 10 into 2 is 20, equal to 1. What they are asking, length of lattice sectum 2b square by a, 2b square is 20, a is 4. Okay, 40 by 4, what we are getting? 10. So our correct answer is 10 only. Now coming to next question. Okay, so question from the vector, and it is easy one only. A vector they give, b vector they give, and c vector be the three vectors such that a vector cross c vector equal to b vector, a vector dot c vector equal to 3, and might be same type of the question, or exact same, might not be, but exact same type of the question with the data change. This is already in PYQ. They are asking value of c vector dot a minus 2b. Okay. It means we need to find c vector dot a vector minus twice of c vector dot b vector. Now you can see here b vector is a cross c, so b vector is perpendicular to c vector, so this part is 0, and c dot a they gave, that is equal to 3. So our answer is 3 only. This was the easiest question. By the way, if you will not get this thing in mind that b vector is perpendicular to c vector, still be fine. You can get value of c vector also from here. You just need to, if suppose data is something changed, you just need to take a vector, cross product of a vector on both sides, a vector cross b vector, then a dot c into a vector minus modulus of a square into c vector equal to a cross b. A cross b you can get here, a dot c they give, a vector you have, modulus of a square you will get the value of c vector, but actually directly we got that is equal to 3. Okay, now coming to next question. Okay, so this was the mathematics question which we received. Now we are going to do the analysis part. One question. Okay, so remaining questions also we do, and we do the analysis part also. And by the way, this was okay. So whatever we did, whatever we got today's questions, now those are the might be the, this is the difficult toughest shift out of those all the shift which a student wrote in this attempt. Okay, so this is a question where they use the functions and integration. By the way, this one is easy only. What they are saying, this question looks lengthy, but it is actually not lengthy. Okay. Now see what they are saying, f is a strictly increasing and bijective function. Okay, so as it is strictly increasing and bijective, f1 will be 1, f2 will be e, f3 will be e square, f4 will be e cube. Okay, then g is strictly decreasing and bijective. G is strictly decreasing and bijective, so g1 will be the maximum, so this will be the 1, ge will be the 1 by 2, ge square will be 1 by 3, and ge cube will be 1 by 4 because it is decreasing. Okay, now find the value of phi x. Phi x is this one, g inverse 1 by 2, ge is 1 by 2, so g inverse 1 by 2 is e. Then f inverse e, f2 is e, so f inverse e is 2. So phi x we got as this total is 2 power x, 2 power x only, that's it. Other than this one, just we have integration only, 0 to 1 phi x, that is 2 power x minus x square into dx 2 power x. If we integrate 2 power x by ln 2 minus x square x cube by 3, integration 0 to 1, we put 1, then 2 by ln 2 minus 1 by 3, and then when we put 0 here, lower limit
0 2 power 0 is 1, 1 by ln 2 and 0 here, that becomes 0. 2 by ln 2 minus 1 by ln 2, so 1 by ln 2 and minus 1 by 3. So this is our correct answer, one easy problem, first option. Okay. Okay, so now coming to analysis part, till now whatever we saw. So these are the 19 question data, it means 6 questions still are remaining. Now see, so from the limit we got the question based on the expansion method and that was easy only. And from the 11th portion only other chapters are from trigonometry we got the one question, from inverse trigonometry we got the one question. Actually inverse trigonometry is used in other question also, so there was the total 2 question based on it. And by the way, this was the exactly medium, it means there we need to use the relation of tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. That was easy, but when you solve this one that looks a little bit lengthier. In vector we got easy question only, that is based on product, that just now only we did, that was the question of 2 line. And by the way, same type of the question already they asked in PYQ also. From the function we got the question based on domain of the function, sequence and series, spatial series actually. From sequence and series we got total 2 question, one is the spatial series and other is the based on APGP, and both were not easy. And actually in this complete April attempt now maximum shifts, either we are getting the one question and in many we got the 2 questions. Okay, so from sequence series now the weightage is increased. Definite integration, that was easy question only. Statistics, again in statistic they ask the question based on standard deviation and mean, and generally in this complete April attempt they ask the question based on the mean and deviation only, it means repeated question, and that was easy also. From binomial theorem again they asked easy question, yesterday also they asked the easy question only. So it means overall we can say that here in this April attempt, from generally from the algebra they are asking the easy questions. Okay, if you compare the last after the COVID 2020 to 2023, generally they ask the difficult question from the algebra also, but now they are asking easy. So these are all the data here you can count. There are only 2 difficult questions which were lengthy and might be not doable for a student, but many questions were easy only. 1 2 3 4 5 questions were easy, but maximum probability is the medium, it means moderate questions are there. So that's why the shift is not that much easy as we got in the previous. Okay, now this was the mathematics. Now for the, I request Dinesh sir to join for the chemistry part. Hi sir, welcome.
Yeah, see this question. Statement 1, aluminum is more electropositive than thallium because E naught value of aluminum plus 3 to Al is negative, whereas for E naught value of thallium plus 3 to thallium is positive. Actually, we have to know about one concept called as E naught pair effect. As I'm moving from top to bottom, the stability of the plus 3 oxygen state is decreasing and plus 1 oxygen state is increasing. So both are correct. This is correct. Both are correct. Okay. So this is a correct one. These are the correct one. What is the reason behind this? E naught pair effect has to be taken into consideration. Now, what they are mentioning in the second statement, for boron atom, sum of the first 3 ionization enthalpies. If you are taking the cumulative of 3 ionization enthalpies, for any element it will be higher. And for boron is a non-metal, definitely it will be very, very high, and thus it forms a covalent compound. Yes, both are correct statements. There is no doubt in this. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct here. Then let's move to the next question. 1 mole of A is taken in a 10 liters. It is from the chemical equilibrium. See this. We are taking 1 mole of A in a 10 liters container at 400 Kelvin equilibrium. find the partial pressure of helium and B. So A is taken in a container. Initially, if you are taking, how many moles are there? 1 mole, 0. At equilibrium, after some time, it will be 1 minus x and it is x. So they also gave you Kc. I think some part is missing here. Kc is equal to 4. Okay. Now what is Kc? Kc is equal to concentration of B by concentration of A. Now that is x by 1 minus x. So 4 is equal to x by 1 minus x. If you find the x value, xy value will come as 0.8. Now, what is the relation between Kp and Kc here? We know that Kp is equal to Kc into Rp for delta N. All are gases. So, if you are taking like that, what is delta N value? Delta N equal to 0. Kp is equal to Kc. But what they are asking in the question, they are asking us to find the partial pressure of the helium and B present in the mixture. Now, how to find this? We are having formula Pv is equal to nRT. Partial pressure of helium is equal to, initially in the container we are taking 1 mole of A and here 1 mole of helium is also present inside the container. So if you are applying here, N is equal to 1, R value is 0.0821, T value they mentioned as 400, divided by V is 10. Similarly, partial pressure of the other component B is equal to, see, B is equal to what? X here. X is equal to 0.8 into 0.0821 into T is 400 divided by volume is 10. If you calculate this, it comes around 3.84 and 2.82. So this is based on the Kp-Kc relationship, and they gave you one more thing here. A noble gas helium is present inside the container which is non-reacting, but they are asking us about the partial pressure of the component present in the mixture. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. See this, they gave you an alcohol and we are doing the a series of reactions on this. Now see here, in the presence of copper 573 Kelvin, they gave you tertiary alcohol. What will happen when we are reacting with or when we are heating with copper at 573 Kelvin? This will be converted to alkene. This is forming, it's a dehydration reaction. In the first step, when we are heating with the copper at 573 Kelvin, tertiary alcohol will be converted to alkene. Then what? We are using acidic medium. Then what will happen here? It will be converted to CH3, CH3, CH3 carbocation. Finally, what will happen here? It will be attacking here and forms so what is the product obtained? Product obtained is option 1 is the answer. So here electrophilic addition reaction is also involved here. So let's continue with the next question. For tetrahedral complexes. Okay. Now, if you according to the crystal field theory, this question is based on the coordination compounds crystal field theory. Okay. Now, according to crystal field theory, so if you are taking octahedral complexes and tetrahedral complexes splitting, tetrahedral complexes is the reverse of the octahedral complexes. For example, if you are taking octahedral complexes, T2G will be here, this is dxy, dyz, dzx, they are having low energy, whereas EG set of orbitals, dx square minus y square and dz square, they are having more energy. Now, we are taking tetrahedral complexes, the extent of splitting will be reverse of, actually it is lesser when compared to the octahedral complexes, and if you see the splitting, it will be reverse of the octahedral complexes. How it will be? Here, in this case, it will be here dx square minus y square, dz square, we call this as E, and what about the T2? It will be dxy, dyz, dzx. Now see the options what they are asking us. dxy is equal to dyz, correct? Okay, is greater than dx square minus y square and dx square minus y square. See this, it is correct only. So this is a correct statement, this is a correct option. dxy is equal to dz, not dz, it will not be there. Then dx square minus y square, not at all possible because it belongs to E. Then what about the last one? Dx square minus y square is equal to dz square, it is part of E, is less than dxz. So what can be the answer? Both A and D are correct. So fourth option. So this is only based on the concept what you learned in the crystal field theory. Okay, all this will be clearly there in the NCERT also, just conceptual basis. Now see the next question, Ziegler-Natta catalyst. So where we will see this? In the D block, we are having various characteristics, catalytic properties. Now see this, Ziegler-Natta. Ziegler-Natta is a mixture of titanium tetrachloride and triethyl aluminum. This is Ziegler-Natta catalyst. What they are mentioning in the question here, in the Ziegler-Natta catalyst, the D block central metal atom. What is the D block central metal atom here? Titanium is the D block central metal atom, has spin magnetic moment of 2.84. Now, if you are calculating the spin only magnetic moment for the titanium plus 4, what is the electronic configuration of titanium plus 4? All the 4 electrons. Titanium is argon 4s2 3d2. If you are taking titanium plus 4, all the electrons present in the D will be removed. So there are no electrons. So what is the spin only magnetic moment? It is not 2.84, it is 0. So statement 1, A is wrong. Now take the second one. In the Ziegler-Natta catalyst, P block element. What is the P block element present in the Ziegler-Natta catalyst? Aluminum. Okay, what is the oxidation state of aluminum here? It is +3 oxidation state. It is correct. So B is a correct statement. This is correct. Now see the third one, what they mentioned. Third one, basic vanadium oxide is used in the production of sulfuric acid contact process. No, we are not using basic. We are using amphoteric. V2O5 we are using. V2O5 is an amphoteric oxide of vanadium. So C is also wrong. Then what about the last statement? Catalyst used in the Vacus process has a central metal atom with a D8 configuration. What we are using there? Palladium, PdCl2, palladium chloride. Okay, palladium plus 2, it is nickel, platinum, palladium, it belongs to that group. So definitely it is having D8 configuration. So it is correct statement. So among the following which are correct? Only B and D are correct statements here. Let's move on. 2-propene is added to the solvent. Mixture of ethylene acetate, ethyl acetate and ether, and RF factor is found to be 0.42. So from where we are going to see this? Purification of organic compounds. Okay, it is from the chromatography part we are going to learn this. See here, what they mentioned here. What is RF? RF is the distance traveled by solvent, solute, by distance traveled by solvent. Now there are two cases here. If you see here in this question, there are two cases. Case 1, we are taking a mixture of ethyl acetate and ether solvent, and we are taking 2-methylpropene. 2-methylpropene is a non-polar solute. If it is a non-polar solute, if the solvent is polar, there will be no interactions between the solute and solvent. So when we are taking the chromatography column, it will be moving faster. Easily it will be eluted. It will be coming out faster. So first option, first what they gave you, when we are using a non-polar solute, this is non-polar, it will be having RF factor value as 0.42. But see the second one, if the same 2-methylpropene is reacted with dilute sulfuric acid, what will happen if it is reacting with sulfuric acid, dilute, hydrolysis, it will be forming alcohol. Now it is polar. Once it becomes polar, definitely there are interactions between the solute and solvent. When the interactions are increasing, then the distance traveled by the solute will be decreasing. So among the following, where the RF factor is less than 0.42 will be the answer. That will be 0.12. Okay. Now let's, sir. So sir will give the analysis. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dinesh sir, and myself, Vamsi Krishna. Now I am giving the analysis part for the chemistry paper, right? So going to overall, it is like 20 questions are there here. So among these 20 questions, there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 questions are of the 11th standard, 9 questions, and 12th standard 11 questions are there, right? So the remaining whatever 5 questions are there, we can expect maybe they are also from the 12th standard, because 12th standard, as I told you, 60% weightage will be there, 55 to 60% rest of 11th standard. And coming to the question level, and this classification or categorizing these question level as easy, moderate or difficult is all with respect to or in perspective of students, not with respect to the faculty. So you can understand, if any question we labeled as easy but you are feeling it difficult or moderate, so you should understand that that needs some preparation, deficiency is there in the content wise, right? So only 2 of the questions are given as difficult, and remaining all questions are moderate only. This is all because today's shift is the highest difficulty level shift we can understand in all the April shift papers. It is not the difficult paper, but comparative to all the 6 papers earlier, today's 7th paper is the higher in all, and mainly it is all because of the time challenging aspect, right? So coming to the topic wise or chapter wise, which type of questions has come? 2 questions came from atomic structure, one on a Bohr's model and another one on a quantum mechanical model. So very regularly asking, and one question only came from chemical bonding, and that too based on the Lewis dot structure. At the starting of the paper discussion itself, I have told you Lewis dot structure is one of the area where we need to focus. Then chemical equilibrium, very rarely question came in this April session, and they have asked a very easy question only, relation between Kp and Kc. GOC also multiple questions were coming, but till now we have received only one question in GOC, that too from the structural isomerism. Earlier we got on carbocation, carbanion, acidic strength, basic strength, but this time we got on the structural isomers. So they are trying not to get the same concept questions repeated also. So that point also you have to keep in mind. Then coming to hydrocarbons question came, but that was easy only, related to Markovnikov, anti-Markovnikov product formation, mole concept as usual. Empirical formula based question was asked. P block 11th, that is the 13th or 14th group element, we got from the general characteristics. This point I was telling from the first shift onwards, for all the blocks from 13th to 18th, and also D and F block properties. All these properties are very, very important for P block and D block, because these are the general points. Student will find it very difficult to remember, but there is no other option, you have to remember. But only with the help of NCERT that is sufficient to get through. So some basic principles and techniques, this also comes under GOC only for us purification of organic compounds related question. Then alcohols, one question came on electrophilic addition reaction. Then biomolecules, this time also 2 questions came. Repeatedly 2 questions are coming in April shift in biomolecules. So that point also you can understand, vitamins and amino acids were asked, right? Then from chemical kinetics, order of reaction related, as usual it is on rate constant or order of reaction they are asking. So here also the same thing. Coordination compounds also we received only 1 question, maybe 1 or more questions can be possible from coordination compounds also, and as usual from the crystal field theory. D and F block elements, a mandatory question. So that is a catalytic properties, either magnetic property or color property or catalytic property they will be asking. Even electronic configuration wise also it will be important, so you have to go through KMNO4, K2Cr2SN also. Then electrochemistry on Kohlraasch law, the question has come. Solutions and colligative properties, the question has come on relative lowering of vapor pressure. So 2 times till now on osmotic pressure question came, 1 time on elevation in a boiling point. Now it came on relative lowering of vapor pressure. depression in freezing point question is pending in the April shift. So you can understand maybe the question in the upcoming shifts can be in the depression in freezing point also, right? So because that is not yet touched. Then hydrocarbons and alkyl halides named reaction, this was a matching like they were asking, very comfortable only. Phenol and mole concept, phenol was deoxygenated to benzene and they were asking by 60% efficiency how much amount of benzene will be formed. So mole concept calculation based question, it was little integrated with organic chemistry. Then hydrocarbons, amines and alcohols, different compounds were given and based on their structures we need to arrange them in a increasing order of their boiling point. So these are all simple questions only, but only when they will be simple only when we have the strong concept background, right? And also this shift paper is a time challenging paper. So those students who are going to give in the upcoming session, upcoming shift, keep this in mind. Time management is the most crucial factor. Even you know the concepts also, time can drag us down, right? So all the best, take care. Now our physics senior faculty, Shishir sir, will continue with the physics question discussion and analysis. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, I think you guys are going good, and those who gave the exam today, they really did good. But still, like physics was not as such good as it was there in other papers, right? Like over here, the problem was like few questions were there who were much calculative. They took time, and few questions were out of the box with respect to the previous papers. Okay, we'll see that. So anyhow, moving to the first question without wasting the time, like this first question only. Okay, we have generally not seen any question from this type of topic like where too much calculations are there, but 2-3 questions we saw that where there are too much calculation. Anyhow, this question is consider nuclear reaction. This is the nuclear reaction. You have to find the energy absorbed in the process. So this chapter is like nuclear physics, where binding energy and all topic is related to this question. So this question has only one problem. Though it was a formula based question, it is just a binding energy, that is E equal to E is equal to delta mc square. That is the solution only. That's it. But the problem is behind that that's it, lots of things are hidden. Okay, you will have to calculate, and this calculation is not very easy. Delta m, that is mass defect. So mass of proton, okay, then plus mass of lithium, everything is given to you. You don't have to worry, but still the calculation will be minus 2 times mass of helium, okay, into C square. In mega electron volt it will come as 931.5 mega electron volt. Okay, that's it. Now we can put these values here, okay, and after putting the value, obviously I am not going to do the calculations because it will take time, but that's what I was saying, that okay, right now I can leave by saying that okay, calculate it, you will get the answer, but in the exam it was differently time taking question, so it was not a good choice to solve it in the beginning. Okay, like you can take it and you can move, and at the end if you are having time then you can do the calculation. So anyhow, the answer will be 14 mega electron volt if you are using the calculator, because I checked it with the calculator, it was coming like this. Now moving to the next question. Heat dissipated in 6 ohm resistance in 54 seconds is alpha upon 9 joule in value of alpha is. Now this is like circuit. Okay, so this question belongs to the topic current electricity. In that also Kirchhoff's law you can say, and heat and power related topic. Okay, means Joule's law of heating. Okay, so this is related to all these topics from current electricity. Now again, this question is also not very easy. In terms of calculation and time taking, it will definitely take more time to solve. How? Here either you can go with Kirchhoff's law, because they are not asking the heat dissipated in 4 ohm, they are asking the heat dissipated in 6 ohm. So in this one you will have to go. So how to solve this one? So either I can go with the Kirchhoff's law and I'll find the current in everyone and then I can go, or I can just apply this concept like, see, if they would have asked the heat over here, then I would have taken these two in a parallel. But I can treat this also, that these two are in parallel, by taking a cell over here of 0 volt. Okay, 0 volt. So 0 volt. So anyhow, from here, if I'll try to plot the equivalent circuit, so it will be something like this. Like this. This is 3 volt, this is 6 ohm. So we have done lots of numerical in which we used to take these two as a parallel and then we used to find the equivalent EMF and equivalent resistance and then we have to solve. But the problem is that here we need to take these two in a parallel and then we'll have to find the current through this one. So if I'll try to find this one, then R equivalent for this R1 R2 4 into 3 upon R1 plus R2, that is 7. So 12 upon 7. 12 upon 7. Now E equivalent, so we know that E equivalent equal to E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 upon 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2, right? So E1 upon R1, so E1 is 0 plus E2 upon R2, 2 upon 3 upon 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 3. So from here we are getting to get 8 upon 7, right? If my calculation is not wrong, then it will be 8 upon 7. So from here we are getting the equivalent circuit. Now let's find the current through this one. So over here, current in this one. So I equal to E net, that is 3 minus 8 upon 7 by net resistance 6 plus 12 upon 7. So this is coming 7 is 21 minus 8, that is coming 13 upon, and this is coming 42 plus 54 into 7, right? So power dissipated, heat dissipated, not power, heat dissipated. So heat is H equal to I square R T. So through this one, so I square 13 into 13, 7 into 7 upon R. So R is 54, I square, sorry, into 54. Resistance, what is the resistance given? 6 into T. So over here, I square R, 7. So 7 is getting cancelled, right? 7 is 21 minus 8, 13, 42. 7 was getting cancelled, so no need to write 7. Okay. So now it's easy. So into time. Time is 54. So 54 and 54 got cancelled. 9. So this is 169 upon 9. So they are asking the value of alpha. So alpha is equal to what? 169. This is the correct answer. Okay. So anyhow, this question was not tough, but relatively with respect to other questions, the way they are asking, this is definitely tough. So we can say that okay, it was again moving to the moderate one. Okay, so this level paper, level of this paper was definitely moderate. So now next, moving to the next question, the mass and radius of a solid sphere is measured as this 1% and 2% respectively. Then uncertainty means error, basically we can say, in calculation of density. So obviously this is from error and measurement chapter, okay, or percent error you can say. So mass equal to volume into density. Okay, so from here mass and radius is given, so density equal to mass by volume, mass by 4 upon 3 pi r cube, delta rho upon rho is equal to delta m upon m. Obviously plus minus will be there, but I don't have to calculate that one, plus 3 times delta r upon r. Now delta m, if I am multiplying with by 100%, so it will become like rho percent. In the percent, this I am multiplying both sides by 100, so it will become delta m by m into 100%. So that is 1% plus 3 into delta r by r. So delta R by R is given 2%, right? So into 2, this percent. So that is 7%. So plus minus 7%. So answer is 7%. Okay. Now moving to the next question. A uniform solid sphere of mass m and radius are initially rotating with angular speed omega equal to 200 rpm. If it stops in 10 seconds when subjected to a same constant retarding torque, then find number of revolution and magnitude of torque. So obviously over here, first we have to find number of rotations, so theta. So we can directly use the kinematic formula, theta equal to omega plus omega naught upon 2 into time. So from here, omega is how much? Final omega, it is coming at rest. Omega naught is 2000, and revolutions they are asking. So I will keep it in revolution. So revolution and per minute, so by 60, and whole divided by 2 into 10. Okay, per minute was there, that's why 60 is being there. I am dividing it with 60, but revolution, so this is in revolution only. Okay, no need to change it in radian. So from here, 0 and 0 is gone. So it is giving you 1000 by, that is 500 upon 3. So 500 upon 3, only this is the correct option among this one. So we can take it like this. If we want to calculate the torque acting also, then also we can calculate alpha equal to like omega equal to omega naught plus alpha t. Just go with the basic. So omega is 0, omega naught is again 2000 into revolution 2 pi by 60 plus alpha into time. What is the time taken? 10 seconds. So from here you are getting alpha. Now torque equal to I alpha 2 by 5 mr square into alpha. So from there we can get, but no need to calculate this one. That's why I was saying that, okay, like all these questions are a bit lengthy with calculating, but anyhow by this only we are getting, and this is the correct option. If any other option would have got 500 by 3, then obviously we will have to check this one, and that is the solution for this one. Alpha you will get from here, put it here, you will get the answer. Okay. Now moving to the next question. Shortest wavelength of Lyman series is longest wave of, okay, shortest wavelength of Lyman series is lambda naught, and longest wavelength of Balmer series is lambda, then value of lambda by lambda naught. So obviously this is from atomic structure chapter, okay, based on like energy during the movement of electron from one orbit to another orbit. So see, for shortest wavelength it should jump to the higher energy level. So higher energy level means it should jump, for Lyman series it should jump from infinite to what? First orbit. So 1 upon lambda naught, because we know that lambda is proportional to, so constant into reservoir constant also you can put, but constant into 1 minus 1 by infinite. Okay, 1 by 1 square minus 1 by into square upon 1 by lambda constant, or r not you can write, into. Now here for Balmer series, obviously this is a nuclei, this is Lyman series, means if something is jumping from here to here, this is Lyman. If something is jumping from upper orbit to the this one, Balmer. But they are saying that longest wavelength is smallest energy. So smallest energy will be there if it is jumping from this to this, shortest energy. So this is n equal to 2, this is n equal to 3. So 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9. So this will give us 9 into 4 by 5, that is 36 upon 5. So this is the correct answer. Okay. Now a mass 1 kg starts falling with 0 initial speed. By the time it falls a height of 10 meter, its speed becomes v equal to 10 meter per second. Find the magnitude of work done by resistive force. Okay. So how to get that one? So force, work done equal to work done by force. What will happen? It is losing the kinetic potential energy. So mgh, rest, some of the energy is going against the resistive force, and rest of the energy is going in the form of kinetic energy. So the kinetic energy, if I am subtracting it, I will get it that what is the work done by the resistive force, or from work energy theorem also you can get it. Anyhow, so mass is 1 kg, so 1 into g is 10 into height is 10 minus half mass is again 1 into v square, v is 10 square, so 100 minus 50, so that is 50 joule. So this is the answer. Okay, so I think this was clear to you all. So paper is easy, it is a basic. Now we will go to the analysis part. So Jitendra sir will be doing the analysis. So sir, just
Thank you, sir. Yes. Yeah, welcome students. So today now we will do the analysis of the physics part. So coming to the overall analysis of the question paper. So most of the students are telling that it is easy to medium, but some of the questions had deep calculations involved in each and every question. So around 80 to 85 marks in today's paper will definitely fetch the students above 99 percentile. And coming to the chapter wise analysis and class wise analysis. So we know that NTA, this paper was designed by NTA. They will majorly give the questions based on the NCERT formula based questions. So if you are seeing here also the chapter wise and class wise analysis, yeah, so this is little bit surprising element is majority of the questions are from 12th class. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 questions out of the 22 questions what we got input from the students. So 16 out of 22 questions are from 12th class syllabus. And one more thing is, yeah, it is not like completely 12th class if you are seeing. So some questions were including the concepts of 11th class. So it is later on it is from the 12th class syllabus, so we can name it as 12th class syllabus. So definitely 60 to 70% of the questions were biased towards the 12th class syllabus. So the remaining 11th, and one more thing is we analyze the chapter wise things also. The chapter wise things, magnetic effects of current, electrostatics, current electricity. Yeah, 4 questions are from electrostatics, and modern physics there are 3 questions. And one more thing is wave optics, ray optics and wave optics. There are 4 questions from ray optics and wave optics. And modern physics also there are 4 questions from nuclear physics, semiconductors, modern physics, hydrogen spectrum. So this is where if we see the difficulty level also compared to the previous day difficulty level, there are almost no difficult questions in the question paper. If you see the difficulty level, majority of them were inclined towards easy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 out of the 22 questions are towards easy directly formula based questions. Plug the value given in the question, put it in the formula and get the answer. So this is the overall chapter wise analysis of the question paper, difficulty level of the question paper. And the surprising elements is there are no questions from projectile motion, kinematics, yeah. And the question asked from alternating current also was directly based on the power factor in the circuit. Power factor is resistance divided by the impedance. So there are no surprising elements like after seeing the questions, it is like something like out of the box question or something very surprising, shocking to the student, like this question I have never seen in the life. That is such type of question where almost 0 in the whole question paper. So this is the overall difficulty level, chapter wise analysis, and yeah, so this is the overall analysis of the question paper. So whoever is find it very useful, try to share this video to your friends. Yeah, thank you everyone.